All right, remember, the machine knows if you're lying. First statement, Carvana will give you a real offer on your car all online.
False.
True, actually. You can sell your car in minutes.
False? That's gotta be...
True again. Carvana will pick up your car from your door, or you can drop it off at one of their car vending machines.
Sounds too good to be true, so true.
Finally caught on. Nice job. Honesty isn't just their policy, it's their entire model. Sell your car today, too.
Carvana.
Pickup fees may apply.
This is a podcast from Minute Media.
Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, kiddies. This is yours duly, John Kassir, the voice of The Crypt Keeper. And you're listening to Slasher Radio.
Welcome to Slasher Radio. My name is Mikey Bones, and I'm joined by Cat and Rob. As always, what's going on, guys?
Doing good.
How you doing?
We are back. We took a week off last week. That's kind of sort of my bad. I'm not gonna lie. But honestly, though, it was a nice break. I'm not gonna lie to anybody. It was very nice.
Yeah, I could get used to not doing this.
You would miss me way too much, you lying bastard. But yeah, we had a week off last week. On Twitter, if you guys are not keeping up with us on Twitter, you should, because, you know, you would have known that we weren't doing a show last week, and upcoming stuff whenever we know in advance, that all goes up on there. So obviously we have a pretty cool couple of episodes coming up, at least in our visibility range. One is this one, which, as you can tell by the title, it is Cabin in the Woods.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Patreon pick. We'll get to all that later on. Patreon.com/Slasher Radio. This episode, Kat, you and I have been pushing and kicking that can down the fucking road for quite some time now.
And the patrons forced our hand here.
Yeah.
They were tired of hearing us tease this episode.
I was surprised somebody pulled the pin on that grenade, to be honest with you.
Yeah, our patrons like bloodshed, is what I get from that. And Kat and I are going to finally talk about Cabin in the Woods.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody, I mean, for long-term listeners, you know how this goes with this movie with Kat and I. It's one of Kat's top two favorite movies.
Top two, yeah.
Yeah. As we found out.
We're in an interesting point with this. You guys were going to find this out sooner or later anyway. We're at an interesting point where X and the Cabin in the Woods are so close for me that I'm starting to think my favorite is whichever one I've seen most recently. Because I was watching it again today, and it's like, this might be better than X. I might like this more than X.
I thought you were going to say we're at an interesting point because I watched on the rewatch. This didn't hold up.
Second thought sucks.
Imagine the 500th time did it, guys. That's it. It's terrible. I changed fuck everything I said. We got to do our 300 list all over again. But yeah, so we're gonna do that. And next week we have Ryan Turek from Blumhouse joining the show. Mm-hmm. That is super fucking awesome. Executive producer, all that good stuff, creative and everything else. I was looking when because we had spoke to him already. But doing a little research on him, I seen a very interesting quote for him, and it's that he's I forget exactly how it went, but it was like he's the most important name in horror that you've never heard. And I hear that a lot of, like, that kind of sums him up perfectly.
That's really accurate.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's a guy who, like all the big Blumhouse movies, he's been one of the guys behind it. Yeah, I mean that makes sense, because Blumhouse is
Dread Central too.
Yeah, and he's done some podcasts and stuff. He's done a lot. He's been around for a long time.
Yeah, and that sucks that people aren't as aware of him as they should be. Because, I mean, obviously the dude is super influential in the genre. Blumhouse. Blumhouse, guys, right now, 2023, the biggest, I don't know, biggest, they're probably biggest, like they're the top dog in horror right now, right? Or no?
I would think so.
Right now.
As far as like production companies go, yeah, I would think so.
What?
No?
Maybe.
Well, who else, Kat?
Okay,
Right.
So if we're talking like high production, high budget production, yes.
No, I'm talking about, to me, I'm talking about, I guess, mainstream visibility.
Oh,
Top
okay.
dog.
Well,
Yeah, like that.
Like they're the ones that are going to bring quote unquote casual horror fans out to a theater to see their movie.
That's probably true.
I would point to if you're talking about best,
A24.
A24 is doing a lot of really great stuff.
Also, I think probably because I am in the horror community already, and it's not like a casual thing for me. I see a lot more love for A24 these days than I do for any of the big studios. But if we're talking like casual fans getting them out to see it, then yeah, probably.
Because they're bringing back titles like Halloween and The Exorcist and Five Nights at Freddy's, things that people are already familiar with. You know what I mean?
Although I want to point out that critics are a big fan of Lionsgate over Blumhouse right now.
Yeah, but like what Rob said, even The Invisible Man, like they and their own stuff, Dark, Unfriended, like they have a really good balance of their own shit, which has blown up, and also the titles, like they had Halloween and now Exorcist, like, how people feel how they feel about the movies. They still did that, which is huge, so I like influence kind of the whole kit and caboodle in one. Like it's really cool that that's the bar right now. And like, I feel like they've done a pretty good job with it, but we'll get into all that next week. We'll have Blumhouse episode next week, Ryan Turek on the show. But we got horror news to get to, which isn't a ton. And then we'll get into our long-awaited Cabin in the Woods war. This kind of overlapped a little bit because we didn't record last week. So we did get these last week, and we'll play them today. We do have a voicemail, and we have a text message. So we're backed up a little bit.
Good Lord.
Trace the call. It's coming from inside the house.
917-397-KILL, 917-397-5455 if you want to leave a voicemail or send a text message to the show.
They can send a text to that too?
Why is it every time we get a text you do this? Why?
Have we had them before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Like once maybe?
No, like a handful of times.
I don't think so. I got to remember that.
All right. Well, we'll air them on the show and discuss them as you're about to hear. This first, the text message is from Amber. Usually Amber will leave a voicemail, but she went with a text message this time.
All right. And
she says, "Hi guys, love to you all. I am so very impressed by all of your top 100s. Wow. Some amazing movies and a questionable one. The Shape of Water, Grinding Nemo is for real, is not a horror movie. Beautifully made movie, and it's a great watch, but it's a fantasy romance. A reversal role of Splash."
And I ask you this, what is scarier than love?
Not much thing scarier than fucking
Hang on, wait a minute.
Rob's kind of got a point.
That's a good question.
Yeah. I really hate the fact that I'm disagreeing with Rob on this one, but come on. There's absolutely no reason for Grinding Nemo to be listed as a horror movie other than Grinding Nemo. Rob, your list is impeccable as usual. Stunner choices. I don't like that. Kat, you really surprised me with the amount of Saw movies you did have on your list. Figured you would have a lot more. Really great list, Kat. Great job with versatile choices.
Thank you.
Oh boy. I don't like
I'm
this.
taking that as a compliment that I restrained myself from the Saw movies.
Kat's going to have to redo hers now that Socks is out, though.
Oh, it's not top 100.
Oh boy. Amber
We
continues.
agree on that.
Amber continues, Mikey.
Wait, hold on. Say it like Amber would say it, though.
Mikey.
There we go.
Did you do the capiche fingers?
Yeah, did you do
No.
the fingers?
Because you know she's doing that when she's saying that.
Yes, she is doing that. Very impressive list. I was very surprised by the variety of movies that you chose and really proud of you. And being Team Scream suits you. Great job on the episode as usual. You guys have really done an outstanding job with the growth of Slasher Radio. Hugs and kisses from your Jersey girl, Amber.
Aw. Thank you, Amber.
That's very nice.
Thank you, Amber. Yes, we love Amber very, 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 very much.
So much.
Yeah, and Amber, we're sorry you have to deal with Greg.
Yeah. And Amber, namaste.
God damn it, Rob. You do have her saying fucking namaste. That was very sweet of you, Amber. Thank you very much. Amber, the nicest to us about our lists, honestly. I figured that though. Amber's always nice. Well,
I think the meanest person to me about my list was Rob.
You had to expect that one. He had to deal with it live. It affected his master.
Everybody's been mean to me about my list.
Well, hang on. Do you remember what you put as number 1 by chance?
Yeah, the greatest horror movie ever made.
I think that might have had something to do with it. I'm not going to lie.
But like I said, we do have a voicemail as well. So let's see if I can get this motherfucker to play.
Hey guys, it's me, Will, the motherfucking Thrill.
Thrill me.
And I don't really have much to say other than congratulations on 300 episodes of Slasher Radio. And I know I'm probably like 2 episodes behind, but I just thought to say, hey, congratulations. Anyway, y'all are a absolute blast to listen to, and this community is just absolutely phenomenal. You know, Greg, Amber, Chris, Leah, Allie, Nesto, Allie's community as well. Thank you all for being so welcoming. And if you have drinks or anything like that you want to cheers to, feel free to do so. But let me get my sparkling water.
Oh!
Here is to another 100 episodes of Slasher Radio. Cheers.
Clink.
Clink.
Namaste.
Well, to end things off, I'd like to play a little game with y'all. It's a game I introduced like a month ago or so, or 2 months ago. It's a fight, flight, or kill, where I give you 3 characters to choose from, and you have to choose whether to fight them, run from them, or just to freeze and, stand still and let them kill you. And the 3 characters I would like you to choose from are Jeepers Creepers, Pennywise, and Candyman. All right. Thank you.
I'm just going to open this by saying I would absolutely let Candyman kill me. I feel like that's an obvious choice for me, right?
Yeah.
He'd be like, be my victim, and I'd be like, okay.
I'd be like, okay, daddy, do it. Go ahead. Absolutely.
Posted to bsource.com.
A shout out to bsource.com, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm also gonna fuck Candyman.
It's not fuck Candyman, it's let him kill you, man. What's wrong with you?
Oh, I don't. I already forgot what the game was. I thought it was fuck somebody.
Fight, flight, kill.
What?
You have to fight one. You have to run away from one. You have to kill one. You have to let one kill you. Sorry.
All right. So
said that backwards.
Who are the characters again?
Pennywise, the Creeper, Candyman.
And I'm fucking and fighting and killing.
Yeah.
No fucking.
No fucking.
I don't understand this. I'm not even drinking. This is a bitch.
Fight. Who are you gonna fight to try and get to not kill you?
Right on. I'm gonna fight Pennywise.
Yeah.
Because all you got to do is call him names and he shrivels up and dies.
Yeah, you just have to believe in the power of battery acid or whatever.
Yeah, and then be a bully about it. He dies.
Yeah.
And then the Creeper, I'm gonna. What are the other ones?
Run.
And run.
Let him kill you.
That's tough. You can't outrun the Creeper.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to let him kill me, though. He's got to catch me first. He would, but he's got to catch me first. I'm running.
Yeah.
I don't want to instill for him like I would for Candyman.
Yeah, and then I'll fuck Candyman.
Not fuck Candyman. What's wrong with you? You can't fuck him.
Well, what was the other one then? Because that's what it always is, right? Fight
to let kill you. Where you'll just stand there and say, take it all.
Oh, then yeah, that's Candyman. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna try and run from the Creeper. It's probably not gonna work though, because he can like fly and shit.
Yeah, Yeah,
but I'll be damned if I'm going to stand there and let him kill me. He's not iconic enough for him to get to kill me.
I think he'll do it anyway, though.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm saying without putting in the effort. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Yeah, I think we're unanimous then. That's the correct order. Yeah.
Good game. Interesting choices.
Absolutely. I like that game that Will came up. Will has been fucking awesome, man. From the memes he makes and everything else, and like he is just, even he'll pop into Discord every now and then, and we'll play like Friday or Texas Chainsaw, even Dead by Daylight. Even played Fortnite with Will, Rob.
Really?
You want to shout out the YouTube channel?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Will, we talked about it on the Patreon show.
Mm-hmm. Will has Dookie Man something.
It's
so close, not right.
What's wrong with you? No, it's not Dookie Man.
You said that.
That is not what I said.
That's what I heard.
You hear what you want to hear all the time. It is Duke Rai. I think I might be pronouncing that wrong. Dookrai. Go check that out on YouTube. He has his first video out, and it's about the Killer Clowns game. And a lot of shit I didn't think about on there that Will is wanting. So, very fun watch.
The stuff he makes is great unless it's making fun of you. You know what I mean? Like when he makes fun of me, I don't like it.
Oh yeah, Will burn you now.
Yeah, but when he makes fun of like Mikey, then it's hilarious.
It's pretty funny.
No, it's not funny at all. Actually, I think his TikTok is Slashers Assemble. I do have to look. My computer's being a little difficult right now, and I don't use TikTok. But definitely look up Will the Thrill.
Thrill me.
Great content creator and amazing supporter of the show. Will is so dope that like he started doing memes and shit, and Chris is like the meme lord. And even Chris was like, he's fucking really good at this stuff. And he welcomed him in with open arms. And the two of them, man, are a hell of a tag team.
They keep us stocked up on memes.
Oh yeah, they're like the brothers of meme struction. It's ridiculous.
But yeah, thank you for the toast and for the fun game.
Absolutely. Cheers, brother.
We would love to play more rounds of this also, because I want to see who else Rob tries to fuck before he realizes that's not an option.
Yeah, man. What's wrong with you?
I'm still not convinced it's not an option. I don't think you guys understand the game.
I think maybe it's an option in this instance.
I did call him daddy.
Well,
Tony Todd, very handsome man. Drink roll call? What are you guys drinking?
Well, I'm boring tonight. I haven't felt very good all day today, so I'm just drinking cheer wine. I didn't have it in me to go to the liquor store, and nothing I had sounded good.
Yeah, I'm drinking Monkey Juice, which EyeRChris named, and it's Sunny D and pink lemonade, Smirnoff pink lemonade vodka. I also didn't feel like going to the liquor store, and I have both those things in my house, so it was perfect.
Yeah, of course you do. Yeah, no, Chris, it's worth noting, Chris did send me a drink that he had designed for me, and I am looking forward to trying it, but I didn't have everything that I needed to make it, and I don't feel very good. You know, I've got like a cold kind of situation going on, so things taste kind of funny anyway. So I felt like if I'm going to make this drink that Chris made for me and give it a day in court and be on the show, I don't want it to be when shit tastes funny, you know?
Yeah. I'm in a similar situation. Chris also sent me a drink that I am looking forward to having on the show. I actually went out and bought stuff earlier in the week, but I'm in a similar situation. I'm not feeling the best, and also I'm pretty impressed with the drink, so I'm saving it for 300.
Nice. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Like if Chris's drinks are top tier.
Yeah,
it's not like he puts a lot of thought into them, and they go everything goes very well together. So I agree with you guys. If you're not ready, then you wait till it's perfect.
The last one I got was so good, so I'm just having a Jack and Coke.
Ooh, hell of a deal. I like that.
Again, because it was easy and I had all the stuff in the house.
And Jack and Coke's a classic. And Rob, you're gonna stop taking those fucking digs at me, man.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No.
I like that you said you have to stop doing it, and Rob's thing was like, no, I'm not.
I know, man.
I mean, what are we doing here? Like, imagine if I did, Mikey. Imagine if I stopped taking digs at you and was just polite and nice. How miserable would this show be?
You'd be so scared, like Leo was that time. Was nice to her.
Like, no one would listen.
I mean, possibly, sure, but like if I deserve it, I deserve it fine. All I'm doing is drinking Sunny D and vodka, dude. That's it. Like, did it really need a comment?
Well,
yeah, it did.
Kick him in the dick.
But I mean, look, we can try that route if you want. Other people who've gone that way didn't like it so much, though, Mikey. Leah was a little creeped out. Nesto was kind of creeped out, but we can do that.
See, what? Do you know balance? Do you know what balance means? Like, you're either one way or the other, man.
There's no middle ground.
I mean, I was very nice to Nesto. I sent him a card and everything.
Yeah, you sent him a fucking card, man. I think he had a report made about that or something. I don't know. What'd you put in that card?
I don't think I'm allowed within 100 yards of Nesto, yeah.
Can you imagine slasher radio conventions where Rob has to stand 100 feet back from the booth?
Yeah.
So we can talk to Nesto.
Yeah, and then police come and make Rob stand across the fucking venue until Nesto leaves. Yeah. Weirdo. My God. Although Nesto does kind of have balls, though. Some of the shit he sends into Sexy Time with Rob on the Patreon is kind of, yeah. Talk about lawsuits. All right. You guys want to get into horror news?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Hell of a deal.
My mornings are chaos. I need coffee that works as hard as I do. That's why I drink Everyday Dose, coffee with benefits. It's rich, delicious coffee boosted with mushrooms, collagen, and nootropics. Everything I need for focus and balance, ready in 30 seconds. The Black Friday sale is on. Get 61% off your first coffee plus starter kit, a free A2 probiotic creamer, and over $100 in free gifts. Plus, enter for a chance to win $100 cash or get your entire order refunded. Visit everydaydose.com/podcast or use code podcast at checkout.
I always feel the pressure to find the perfect gift for my relatives. In this case, whether you're sending an unforgettable gift or treating yourself to everyday perfection, Omaha Steaks delivers the world's best steak experience. For me, I'm not just into steaks. I like all types of meat. That's why I'll usually get the Winter's Best Seller Pack. It comes with juicy fillets, chicken breast, pork chops, and even burgers. Omaha Steaks offers unrivaled quality and variety, and every bite is backed by their 100% guarantee. A family-owned company with over 100 years of experience in the meat industry. Save big on unforgettable gifts with Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide and earn an extra 20% off select favorites during their cyber sale. And for an extra $35 off, use promo code YUM at checkout. That's omahasteaks.com, promo code YUM at checkout. Terms apply. See site for details. Go to omahasteaks.com to get 50% off site-wide plus an extra 20% off select favorites and more limited-time deals during their cyber sale. And use promo code YUM at checkout for an extra $35 off. Minimum purchase may apply. See site for details. A big thanks to our advertiser, Omaha Steaks.
Oh, the car from Carvana's here. Well, will you look at that? It's exactly what I ordered. Like, precisely. It would be crazy if there were any catches. But there aren't, right?
Right. Because that's how car buying should be. With Carvana, you get the car you want. Choose delivery or pickup and a week to love it or return it.
Buy your car today with
Carvana.
Delivery or pickup fees may apply. Limitations and exclusions may apply. See our 7-day return policy at Carvana.com.
It's time to hump the news with Rob Humphrey.
He's not a genius. All right, kind of light news this week. Where to go? All right, there's a place called Shoe Palace. I don't know how familiar you guys are with them.
You say Shoe Palace?
Shoe Palace, yeah.
It is a light news week, isn't it?
Well, no. Hold on, I'm going to send it to you guys, actually. Everybody can go to Bloody Disgusting and or shoepalace.com. Check this stuff out. It's dope as shit. They're doing a line with Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th.
Oh.
Yeah, they have a really cool Jason shirt. They have a Freddy hoodie and a Jason hoodie where when it zips up, you see like the mask or the face.
Mm-hmm.
Cool as shit on the hood. I love it.
That's some cool stuff.
It is. I have these Nightmare sweatpants. One of them.
I like that red Friday the 13th sweatshirt. That's cool.
Yeah, these are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And they have prints from like the Dream Warriors poster on the shit. Like, it's really cool shit. Ooh, Freddy vs. Jason.
Have you been wearing your Nightmare Vans around, Mikey?
I haven't lately, but I never really stopped wearing them. I'll break them out every now and then.
I gotta break them out. It's October, so it's the time.
Yeah, I'll wear them out.
I do like this. I like that sweatshirt that looks like Freddy's sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Like the sweater. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's some cool stuff in there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys go check that out. They have a lot of cool Jordans too. Like I know Nesto's into Jordans, and they have a Chucky series as well. Adidas. So Shoe Palace is great.
Yeah. It's weird you started with that. I thought we'd start with the fact that the writer's strike was over.
Well, important stuff that doesn't go first, Rob.
Wow.
Come on, man. I'm trying to do something over here. God damn. Okay, this is more of you guys' alley, but I'm very interested. Apparently there's a game out called Horror Tycoon, and they got a...
Oh, I think I've seen this game, yeah.
Well, it got a second update.
Okay.
Recently.
Is it the one where you build a haunted house?
Yes.
Yeah, I have seen that game. I was not super impressed with it. I don't know how it is after this update, but from what I had seen people play, it wasn't all that great.
I've been tempted a couple of times, but it's also one I have not played.
Mm-hmm. So it's a thing where I've seen people on YouTube, or I looked up gameplay of it, and it just didn't look all that great to me. Hopefully they fix, because it was a great idea, a great concept, but it just in execution it didn't seem that great.
See, this might be where you guys yell at me, and I did look it up too because I just found out about it, and it didn't seem like it had all the nooks and crannies you would want from the little bit I seen. I don't know what this update did. So what I want is, because I'm not mad at these builder games or anything, but I just build it and only I can look at it. I would love a feature where friends can come and go through your park.
See, you're all that. You don't even like video games.
What do you mean?
You're always about, I want to play with other people. Other people got to. Yeah. That's not what video games are, Mikey.
Video games are about not having friends and being antisocial.
Yes. Closing and locking your bedroom door and playing and ignoring the world.
It's a long respected tradition.
Yeah, come on.
Even with me, back in the Nintendo 64 days, my friend would come over and he'd bring a bag of his games, or I would go over his house and bring a bag of my games and we would play. That's what it's always been for me, playing with me. Even Madden, me and my friends would just sit in front of my bed and play Madden with the wired controllers. That's what it was for me. So, I don't know. But it would be, you got to admit, it'd be cool to build a park and then have people go through it.
I will say this about Horror Tycoon, it didn't look like they nailed it when I saw people playing it the last time, and it doesn't have. You're right. It didn't have the depth to it that I like from a tycoon kind of game.
Right.
And I play a shit ton of those games, But also it's $15.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a $15 game. You're probably not going to get all the bells and whistles and the in-depth management and stuff that I would expect from a tycoon game for a game that costs $15.
And it's a low budget game, so it looks like they're trying, which is good.
Yeah. The fact that they gave it an update is something, because it's been around for a minute.
Yeah. I just found out about it, man. I was ready to buy it, and I looked at it. I was like, I got to look into it a little more and see what this update's about, and I might give it a try.
Yeah, the concept is really good. I just think that they didn't have the time or the resources or whatever to put into it to make it as in depth as I would want it to be.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Next thing to talk about is Shacktoberfest.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yes, I'm gonna send you guys a picture. It's really not a
Please
ton
don't.
to see. Absolutely, man. You're gonna be nice to Shaquille O'Neal, man. He's cool as shit. Come on, Rob.
I do like Shaq. Yeah, everybody likes Shaq.
Cannot like Shaq, man. And he opened up. Apparently, this is the second year he's done it. He has a Shacktoberfest with a bunch of haunted house attractions. It's on the Queen Mary in Long Beach, California, and it's going to be open September 28th through October 31st. And you can go get tickets at shacktoberfest.com right now.
Damn it! Prices only start at only $30.
Yeah, man. Shaq does shit like this all the time, though, and it all has Shaq in front of everything he does. But he does like toy drives and music festivals he's been doing and shit now. Smaller scale, sure, but he doesn't kill people for his stuff, you know?
Yeah, $30. That's a hell of a lot less than I paid for Halloween Horror Nights, I'll tell you that.
That is indeed a hell of a deal.
Hell of a deal.
And Shaq's not even going to be at Halloween Horror Nights.
No, you don't get to meet Shaq, man.
He got ripped off.
Oh.
Yeah, they got music shows and haunts and it's ship theme, like they have a sunken haunted ship. Like, dude, that's cool as hell.
Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome. I love Shaq, and it's cool when he gets into, like, he's a big kid, and if he does something, you know he wants to do it, and he's gonna make it really cool.
Yeah, he's like a sheriff or something somewhere.
He got something like that. Yeah, he does a lot of shit, man. Got his doctorate and everything. Love Shaquille O'Neal. Okay, Damien Leone, Rob, promises the Terrifier 3 teaser that will be playing in theaters while Terrifier 2 is making another run is going to be over 2 minutes long.
All right.
What do you think?
Sure, that's exciting for somebody.
Cac, show some love for this, please.
I was really planning on going. Like, I was prepared to buy a ticket and everything. Either they haven't posted showtimes yet, or I don't think it's coming to, like, anywhere near me, because I couldn't find any kind of information on this. I saw an article saying they were doing it. It said you got the teaser. They were giving away Terrifier 3 posters. Like, I saw hype for it, but there are no showtimes. So,
damn.
I know. But I was gonna go. I was gonna see it in theater again.
Why would you do that to yourself, Cat?
Because it's fun. It's a fun theater experience.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, I saw it in the theater. I didn't think it was fun.
It was a ton of fun.
Son of a bitch.
Seen it 4 times. I haven't seen it fun at all.
If I can find someone who hasn't seen it yet to go with, or who I haven't seen it with yet, maybe. But like
Grandma Bones.
Oh my, you know, honestly, I might ask her if she wants to go. I seriously might. Her reaction to that little scene I showed her was hilarious. I wish I could like reverse bootleg a movie.
Just record your grandma's reaction.
Just my grandmother. That'd be hysterical. But yeah, Terrifier 3 getting the ball rolling on that is fucking awesome. The fact that they have a trailer ready, I guess, shows a lot of progress that's been made, I hope. And Rob, whether you like it or not, you got to admit that that's good for the genre.
It is good for the genre. And, you know, when Terrifier 3 comes out, I'll be there to see it. But, you know, doesn't mean I'm going to be nice to it when I get out of there if it's not any good.
That's fair enough. Just really quick, a couple of big movies had come out since the last time we recorded. One of them being The Exorcist Believer that we will talk about with Ryan next week. And opening night, which I guess Thursday night. I don't like this preview crap. But
I like it. That's the night I go.
Look, I don't. If it's out early, fine. I'm cool with that. But why are we calling it a preview?
Well, I don't know why they.
That's a dumb thing to call it. I agree.
Yeah, they should just admit that movies come out on Thursdays now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
because it's not even like it used to be.
It used to be midnight. You could go to a midnight show.
Yes.
And then they moved them to 7 o'clock. Like it used to be like 7 o'clock. Now, a lot of times.
Now I'm going to like 5.
There were 3 showings of The Exorcist Believer on Thursday at my local theater. 1 at 5, 1 at 7, and 1 at 9. At that point, you've just released the movie.
Yeah, it's just out.
Right. Yeah. And the midnight showings, by the way, were fucking awesome. I missed
those. Were fun.
I miss the vibe of the midnight shows.
I will say this, though. I'm old now, and I don't want to be up that late because I got work the next day, so I'm kind of glad they do them at like 7.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. We've got the age range that went to those has gotten older now, so they had to move the bar.
I mean, I would still do it, but it would have to be for a movie I really wanted to see. Like right now, I go every Thursday night. Well, not every Thursday night, but the majority of Thursday nights, I go see something. And it's usually something brand new at the movie theater. If they were only doing them at midnight, I would go, but it'd be like 2-3 times a year because that's fucking too much.
Right.
And my experience, as you guys know, with The Exorcist Believer on that Thursday night was less than ideal. Not because of the movie.
No.
But this movie that I have waited, a year and a half to see, whatever it is. I get about 45 minutes in, and my son starts complaining that his stomach hurts. And we have to leave, and I was not happy. And as we record this, I have yet to see the remainder of the film. I was really enjoying it up to the point that I had to leave, so we'll see. I'm hoping to be able to go back tomorrow.
Well, 2.85 million for the preview Thursday night. Some of which your money went for, Rob, and you still haven't seen the fucking movie.
It did.
Hell of a deal.
Yep. They'll get more tomorrow.
Also, what has come out since our last recording is Socks.
Mm-hmm.
A $2 million Thursday night preview, which it's dope as shit that these movies did so well on these preview nights. Kat, you and Rob, ever since this movie came out, Kat and Rob both seen it Thursday night when it opened, and they have been blowing up. Like, I had looked at my I had like 40 messages, and I was like, what? And scrolling, it's just them bitching at each other about Socks. I had to stop them from fighting before we recorded. So now you guys may go, oh wait, hold on, I don't have that. Oh, I do have that button. There you go.
This is it's the 6th best Saw movie.
Which is to say, it's not any good.
No, there are 8 great Saw movies. There's one okay Saw movie. We don't talk about the other one.
There are 2 good movies in this franchise.
No.
And everything else is bad, and this is just one of the bad ones.
No, this is so much fun.
The turn that they try to make with John Kramer's character is stupid.
They don't try to make a turn with the John character. We're seeing... This takes place in between Saw and Saw 2. What we're seeing is John's faith in his project wavering. We're seeing him at his lowest point. We're seeing him reconsider his actions and then double down in a healing journey. He goes on a journey of self-discovery. I don't understand.
It's so stupid.
I like this one. It plays with it did in a way what I think people had wanted from Jigsaw and After, in that it plays with the original formula. Like, it pays loving homage to it, but it diverts, so we get some new Saw content. We get a different path. We see this is Tobin Bell's best performance. It's the most... Saw has always tied in very deeply to grief horror. Socks really leans into that, and it has some of the funniest lines. Like, they knocked it out of the park with this.
What they did was they tried to make me root for Jigsaw.
Okay, and we were talking about this before the Nick
Not
and
interested.
Page cast. The Saw fans, not you, people that like this franchise, already root for Jigsaw to an extent. It's about seeing things from his side.
He's an asshole.
To an extent. So are we.
I don't want to see anything from his side. And that speaks to the problem with the franchise, right? After the first 2 movies, they should have just called it a day. Because eventually shit gets real fucking petty along the way, where it's like, you didn't tip your waiter 20%, so now you got to boil all your fucking skin off or whatever. It's fucking stupid.
No.
And this movie is just all of a sudden takes this guy that has been an asshole for however many movies, and now it puts me in a position to where I'm supposed to root for him because he's now like the good guy. Like, get the fuck out of here.
He's having complicated feelings. I will say, and I have said this, I had one issue with Socks, and I'm not going to talk about it because of spoilers, but there is one point where they do kind of cross that line too much. But for the most part, it's always been a series about moral ambiguity. You know, I rooted for him a little bit when he's exposing the police brutality case in Saw 2. I rooted for him a little bit in Saw 6 when he's taking on the corrupt health institutions.
Yes, yeah, and I'll give you that one. The one with the insurance company or whatever the fuck. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
Fuck those people. But along the way, like we talked about, I feel like we're rehashing an argument we've already had, and that's okay. But in Saw, what is it, 3, where the guy's kid is dead, And John's like, your kid died and you're sad about it. So now you have to play a game. And he's torturing this poor fucking guy who's already been through enough shit. Leave that man alone.
No, and we talked about it because notice that he wasn't the guy that was getting tortured. It was the people that were responsible for the death of the kid that were getting tortured. And the guy was being put in the trap in the first place as a chance to recover, because even though he's wrong about this, John believes that he's helping people recover. It's a rehabilitation program through his eyes.
But that doesn't hold water, Cat, because he is being tortured. He may not be physically being the one who's being tortured in the traps, but he's being put in a position to where he has to either torture these people or pay a price himself. At one point, he has to burn all of his dead children's possession. How is that justice or redeeming for anyone? Jigsaw's just a fucking asshole.
Okay, but he doesn't think that he's an asshole. He thinks he's helping.
But it doesn't matter what he thinks, it's what he is. Hitler may not have thought he was an asshole, but he was.
Holy shit.
Wow.
I don't hate Saw like Rob does. I also don't love Saw like Cat does.
Go see this new one, Mikey.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see it. I'm not rushing out to see it. Saw is horror movies for people in my life, like personal life. The horror fans they're not like us, and Saw is a really hard movie to get people to go see. You know what I mean? So I'm not rushing out to go see it. I do kind of I see what both you guys are saying. I do a lot of times wish that Jigsaw's reasons for doing these things to people were greater. But
it's because at some point along the way, what it feels like happened with these movies is they just quit trying to come up with reasons. They were just like, oh, here's a cool idea for a trap, let's do that. And then they tried to construct a reason around it's just fucking, I don't know. The reasoning went completely out the fucking window at some point with these movies. And also, we get more of that John Kramer bullshit where he tries to, I've never killed anybody, I'm not a murderer. Oh, shut the fuck up.
But he does get called out on that in this one.
Oh, fucking good. That shit didn't work for Charles Manson. It's not going to work for you, you dumbass.
It did not work for Charles Manson.
It's something that I like this about the Saw franchise, because I think if it had been too consistent that John was in the right, it would have been less ambiguous and he would have felt less like a real person. Like he feels like someone that genuinely thinks he's right but has a lot of hypocrisy. It makes him a very interesting character. It keeps the series unpredictable, and I like how they address it in Socks. They did a good job.
It's a piece of shit. I will say this, though. Tobin Bell is good in the movie. Cat's right about that. Although I do feel like saying it's his strongest performance in the franchise isn't saying a lot, because all he usually does in the franchise is lay around.
He does get to do a lot of laying around.
Yeah, he actually gets to move about in this movie, so that's something. And Tobin Bell, who is, 80-something years old at this point, looks absolutely fantastic.
I hope I look that good when
I would give anything to look that good at his age. My God.
Yeah, he is 81, yes.
We had a moment, I had a moment, and I was telling Rob about this the last time we were fighting, but it was like, I was watching this movie and I was like, man, the cancer's really hitting John. And then it was like, he's been playing this part for like 25 years.
Yeah.
He's looking fantastic. Because his character hasn't been allowed to age. Like...
Right, they've only tried to de-age him.
Yeah, they're trying to de-age him.
And thank God they didn't do that. At least they just let him be himself on screen. They didn't try that de-aging shit.
They don't need it, man. Especially in horror.
It usually ends up looking creepy.
It does look creepy, but we understand. I feel like right, and his value to that. Yeah. And a lot of time, this is what I've been really looking forward to Socks, because my main biggest problem with the Saw franchise is they got away from Tobin Bell and Shawnee Smith way too soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, go see it and see how you feel about it when it come out.
You say that about every Saw movie.
Yeah, fucking feel good movie of the year. This fucking thing.
Wow.
You don't go to Saw for a feel-good movie.
It is.
Well,
Well, then you're not going to be happy when you leave this one because, boy, they try to make it a feel-good movie. Jesus Christ.
It's not a feel-good movie in context. It's like it.
I can't say what I want to say without spoiling it.
It's a goodbye to the two of them because we know. Well, okay, it's not a spoiler.
There's something that happens at the very end of this movie, Cat, that is the most absurd, unsaw-like thing I have ever seen.
Okay, but you have to put it in the context that it heads into Saw 2. We know how the story ends. They're allowed to have their moments.
It's so fucking stupid.
God damn it.
It's so dumb.
all right, I'm looking forward to seeing this even more then. That's all fair.
And apparently, I will say this. Apparently, there's a mid-credit or end-credit scene.
There is.
I did not see that. Which is a reflection of one thing. I didn't give a shit, and two, I'm fucking done with that shit. If you want me to see it, put it in your goddamn movie. I'm not sitting through the fucking credits in anticipation of a scene. These movies are too goddamn long anyway.
Hang on, this was the longest one. This one feels the longest.
Every movie that comes out is too goddamn long these days, and then they want to tack extra shit on at the end. And I'm not sitting through it. I've had a large fucking drink and some popcorn. I gotta pee. I'm out.
Rob, we've gotta when we do the break, when we cut for editing purposes. We have to talk about the end credit scene. It has the dumbest line in it, and it makes me so happy.
I find that hard to believe, but okay.
I promise you. You're going to be sad you didn't stay for the mid-credit scene.
All right, fair enough. You guys sold me even more. All right, fair.
So, yeah, I don't know if anyone who makes movies is listening to this. I'm not watching your end credit bullshit, so stop it. and I blame Marvel. I know they weren't the first ones to do it, but fuck you, Marvel.
They're the ones that made it expected.
Yeah. Fuck you,
and they put
Marvel.
important shit. So it's like if you miss it, like it's a big deal. And now everyone just does it for, random shit.
Mm-hmm.
Scream was the worst. And that was Cat's fault.
I waited for that one and I was fucking pissed.
Yeah, for everybody listening, Kat seen it a showing before Rob and I, and when she got out, we were messaging, is there an end credit scene? She told us yes.
You didn't ask me if it was worth staying for the end credit scene. You asked me if there was one.
Yeah.
You didn't give a full answer.
Listen, I waited for it. I wanted everyone to have that experience with me.
Yeah. So I think my new rule is, if I really love your movie, I might stick around for an end credit scene just to see if there is one. If I don't, I'm fucking out of there. I don't care anymore. I'm tired of that bullshit.
I hope they make a Saw movie about you where someone puts you in a trap for not staying through the
That's going to be coming soon, I'm sure. In Saw 10 or 12, or 11 or 12, they'll fucking do that.
The worst, though, is when you're one of the few schmucks that stay to the end, like the credits there, you're standing there holding your fucking drink and staring at the screen like an idiot, and there's nothing. And like that little group of people go, fuck. And you all feel like idiots together.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bonding moment.
It's so annoying to me. Just put the fucking movie in the movie.
Well said. All right, finally, last but certainly not least, Rob stepping on Tootsie's earlier. The writer's strike is over. That was way too fucking long. And, it seemed like, the portion of shit that I know, what's that? But it seemed like they got a pretty good deal. And I'm very happy for them.
Yeah, they mostly succeeded.
Yeah.
I'm maybe not smart enough at legalese to comment fully on this. It looked really good, except for I had a lot of questions about the AI clauses, which everyone was like, they got everything. And I was like, wait a minute, this clause seems not great. But for the most part, they got pretty much everything.
Yeah, I didn't look too much into it, but there's an interesting thing with AI that's happened too. A federal court has ruled that works created by AI are not eligible for copyright.
Except for it's works solely created by AI, which leaves that door open in a way that I don't like.
I don't know that the writers have voted yet. to ratify the deal, but it seems like it's pretty much done at this point. But we're not out of the woods yet, by the way, because SAG-AFTRA is still on strike, which means we can have all the writers we want. We don't have any actors.
Yeah, speaking of Tobin Bell, his publicist had told me that he's not doing any interviews or anything. He can't legally because of the strike. And when we got news that the writers were able to go back to work, I had reached out again, and they were like, "Yeah, well, that's true, but the actor strike." I was like, "Oh fuck, I forgot."
Right.
And so that's still an issue. I haven't looked into that one enough. I don't know, man, because it's hard. It's a hard argument because you look at like Will Smith and The Rock, and they're making all this fucking money, but people forget that there's actors like Tobin Bell who aren't that upper echelon where they're making all that Tom Cruise money and shit, and they exist too.
No, there are actors out there that I don't even know how they get by.
Right. Yeah. Right.
I mean, that's just there was something I saw, and I don't remember the exact number, so I don't want to get into it, but the majority of SAG actors make around $30,000 a year or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's why there's so many waiters in LA that are also actors.
Tom Matthews, not one of the times we had him, the three of us had it. He was on with us. Even before that, he flat out told us, Bobby had asked him, and it always stuck with me, what would you say to people looking to get into acting, aspiring to be an actor? He flat out said, don't do it, do something else. You're gonna struggle. And it sucks, but that's the reality of it for him, man. It's terrible.
Yeah. But from what I understand, the main things that the actors are fighting seem to be the main points that the writers were fighting. Also, streaming residuals.
Yeah.
AI. Because there was that deal with extras where they wanted to scan people and just use their likeness.
They were going to pay them for like a day of work so that they didn't have to keep them on set.
Right, which for an extra is about $100.
Yeah.
They pay you roughly $100, scan you in, and then they could just use you in perpetuity without ever having to pay you for it or anything.
Yeah.
So it seemed like they were fighting largely the same kind of points. The most interesting thing that I saw, talking about sort of the streaming and how it's changed revenue and royalties and that sort of thing, was actually Snoop Dogg talking about it fairly recently. And he was talking, of course, about music streaming services like Spotify and shit. But it's all the same, I mean, it holds true, I think, for movies and stuff, for the actors and writers, too. Where he said when he was, blowing up in the 90s, all that information was readily available. So he knew he got paid X amount of money per record sold, and he could look in any number of publications and see how many records he had sold that week to know how much money he should expect.
Yeah.
But now streaming is such it's also, all that information is kept hidden away. Nobody really gets a chance to look at it. You don't really, I mean, I don't even know if they're sure how much money they're supposed to get paid per stream or whatever.
They can't.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just a fucking mess. They can just send you whatever they want.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's funny because we all love movies. And everything, but I think these services that, and I'm as guilty as anybody, I subscribe to 1 million streaming services to watch movies because it's easy. But it's also in a lot of ways killing the people who make these things that we love. It's weird.
Yeah, it's I feel like it's a balance that hasn't been met yet on a lot of different fronts. I don't think these these studios and everything know exactly, like there's so many contracts that are still in effect from before streaming really took over the way it did, that hasn't really been updated, writers and actors, as we're talking about now. But also on that end with these streaming services and the production companies, man, and you see like it's easier with stuff like Universal because they own Peacock, so it's like stuff like that where they have such an advantage because it's their own shit. Halloween went up there. That's easy for them. But you look at like when they go on Netflix a year later, the gray area in between all that shit is so great.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I think one of the big things, and I didn't look too closely at the deal that the writers struck, so one of you might know more about this, but I think one of the big points was just more transparency from these fucking streaming companies.
Yeah.
That was part of it, yeah.
Yeah.
It need it, man. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't release that information. publicly anywhere. So, you know, you don't even know.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know who they're protecting. Like if it's themselves, if it's like studios, like I don't understand. But yeah, make it public. I mean, I don't know if studios may not want it to be public, but like how else do you do it?
Right.
You know, they send one studio a list of numbers and another one. And like they're these things need to be public. They just need to be. And that'll help. As stupid as it may sound, it helps in the long run because you have a number you can go by.
I don't know. I really do hope. And from everything I've read and everything I've heard, it sounds like the writers got a great deal. And I hope they did. I really do, because it felt like this one was really important for the future of just this industry.
Yeah.
So I really, really hope that they got a great deal, because, you know, it's as much as I love movies and everything, if fucking computers start writing them, they're going to start sucking real bad. And let's be honest, they already suck pretty bad sometimes.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That's the scary part too. Like we fucked around with AI and stuff on the Patreon show. Why is my phone going off at 1:30 in the morning? And it's ridiculous and it sounds stupid, but think about, and I am in no way advocating. I do not want movies written by fucking computers. There's so little amount of movies that I genuinely like nowadays. And if we have computers writing them, that's going to go down a lot.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm no way advocating, but I'm just saying on a side note, it's scary where that technology is going to be in another 5 or so years. There's no way I feel it could get to a point where it can replace human thought and decision making and, you know, just being able to have a feel for the industry or the movie and the project and where directions need to go and all that. Like, I don't know why that's even a thought to fucking do in the first place. It's ridiculous.
Well, hopefully the actors will get a good deal too.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Again, balance, because there's no way The Rock and all these people are making huge money. And I understand it depends on the project, but there needs to be something done, because there is obviously money in the industry to be fucking made.
Yeah.
You know, so they just need to figure out the best way to doing it. But again, to what I was saying earlier, I feel like we're at a good point in time now, even though there's struggles getting it done. At least it's getting done, and we can kind of reset for streaming and all that, and kind of update where the world is at now with these, you know, these professions, because it's needed.
Mm-hmm. And worth noting too that Drew Barrymore's writers did not come back.
Yeah.
Which made me very happy.
That's funny. That's all I have for news.
I have a shout out that I wanted to do last week and we didn't record, and because we're doing it this week, I'm immediately going to follow it up with a call out, like a shout out in a positive way, and then a call out for the same listener, which I'm sorry about, but that's just how the time played out, I guess. I wanted to send out a thank you to Camp Springwood, to a friend of the show, Greg. Several months ago, I know.
I did not see that name coming.
I know.
I want to see where this one's going.
Several months ago, he actually sent me a tweet back when they were still called that officially, and from a startup book press that has recently, I can talk about this now, speaking of like contracts and things we can talk about, they have signed my next novella. So thank you, Greg. He tagged me in the post, and here we are. So I really appreciate that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that'll be coming out soon. We haven't done like an announcement for what the book is called or a cover release or anything, but it's coming, and it's very much thanks to Greg. So thank you, Greg.
Good work, Greg.
Okay. Now you talk shit about Greg, though, right?
And now I have to talk a little bit of shit about Greg, because I was setting up, I was making a note to myself, like, to bring this up so I wouldn't forget. And I was on Twitter, getting that information, making sure I had his username right and everything. And I saw there's a thing going around that I'm sure you guys have seen today, asking what's a horror movie opinion that would have you like this, and it's got Jason with all of the like knives pointed at him in the meme format. Yeah, that's been going around today. I've seen a lot of replies to it. As I was signing onto Twitter to make sure I had Greg's username ready, I saw that he had responded to it with some hot takes. So we have an impromptu Greg's hot take corner that he doesn't know about.
Okay.
Because I just happened to see this. This was posted 10 hours ago, and it's all stuff that we've covered on here, I think. But I was scandalized again. The Shining is the worst horror movie ever made.
Okay.
Scream 3 is the best Scream film.
Yeah, that blows my mind why he thinks that. I just don't. He was talking about that on his live stream tonight.
Yeah.
The Hellraiser franchise is better than the Saw franchise, which I disagree with, but I'm not sure if that's a hot take. It seems very like a tepid take in the middle of all of these.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like either one, but I think Saw's probably better. I mean, at least the movies were written as Saw movies.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
Black Xmas 2006 is better than Black Christmas 1974.
Yeah.
And
say that before it makes my head hurt.
Laurie Strode is an overrated final girl.
Yeah.
So again, I think we've covered all of these on other hot take episodes, but it's just so funny to see it out in the wild.
Yeah.
I was not prepared for an unexpected hot take corner today, and it just came onto my feed. So I thought I had to share.
You would think these thoughts are ones he would keep to himself, but no, he just puts them out there.
Yeah, one would think, huh? One would think.
You would think.
Yeah, fucking Greg, always doing Greg shit. I got a couple of Greg buttons now. I don't really even know which one. I guess I'll...
Huge clown penis. Stick him right in the dick.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Good buttons.
The very good
Speaking
buttons.
of buttons.
Oh shit.
If you would like to press your favorite one.
Yeah. To tell you the truth, I use the Stream Deck so much I forgot which button it is.
And where are my balls?
It is not that one.
Crazy Indian! Get the fuck out of here! You! Go ahead, go back to turning tricks and old folk and you pain in the ass!
It is worth noting to everyone that October is Italian American Heritage Month, so make sure you hop on Twitter or X or whatever and show Mikey your appreciation.
Send in some Italian pride.
Yeah.
No, they show me their appreciation well enough to not. I don't need any more.
I just feel like the appreciation should be extra this month. That's all.
Speaking of which, you're gonna get a double whammy this week, Mikey. Here, there's a reason for it though. It is Italian Heritage Month. we're having. There's one that was very specific. It needed to be posted in a timely manner.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, we've had a lot of those come up recently, so we didn't get to it right away, and I feel like this is a good time to send it in before we forget what it's in reference to. And then I have a real one that's actually more about Italians, I guess.
I'm really intrigued by this.
Yeah.
So here's our first one.
Well, this is the Gabagoli Mystery Corner, where our listeners anonymously send in Italian memes, making fun of me for being Italian. It's pretty rude and disrespectful. Memes go up on Patreon, and what the hell? And we describe them on the show. Mikey, you need to make a statement to the police about Joe. I ain't saying shit. I'm no snitch. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I've been meaning to send this one a couple weeks, but we've had so many time-sensitive ones recently.
Yeah. This is true. You don't say anything. You're not no damn snitch. You don't want to be a snitch. Rats get found in the back of trunks. I'm just going to leave that there. But very disrespectful to put this in a meme form.
Okay, and then I have another one. The second one's coming in.
Couldn't this have just been the one? Why is there got to be another one?
But
what the fuck is this?
This is a good one.
No, it's not a good one.
I like
it's
it.
It's a screenshot of a text conversation, and it's a picture of spaghetti in a plate with toy cars and bananas, and it's called Spaghetti Car Banana. And the response is appropriate to this message. Never text me again. That is correct. That is what you tell this person.
That's funny.
No, it's not.
It's pretty
good. Do you get it?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I understand. I pronounced it that way and all. Yeah, I understand, Rob. It's still fucking stupid. Don't like it. I hope whoever sent one of these has a child and they have toy cars like these and they step on them because they hurt like a motherfucker.
They do.
Yeah, so you deserve that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Son of a
I don't know.
bitch.
Toy cars might be worse than Legos. Everybody talks about Legos, but they don't talk about toy cars.
Toy cars slide under your feet.
Yeah.
Is the thing.
Yeah, but if you hit that Lego on the heel though, and that's
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not saying the Lego's a pleasant experience. But I'm just saying everybody talks about those. They don't talk about other things. Because there are a lot of toys that suck to step on.
Yeah, well, it's not the same as stepping on, but stepping into the worst thing in the world, worse than a Lego, worse than a toy car, is that fucking thing at the bottom of your bed. You ever hit your foot on that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Good Lord. I cracked a toenail once on that. That fucking thing hurt, man.
Yeah, you pay the price for doing that.
Son of a bitch. All right. That's it.
Did you know that Tony Danza's first
Here we
Hollywood
go.
girlfriend was actually his Taxi co-star Mary Lou Henner?
Wow.
They were a couple.
Kick him in the dick.
Why, Rob? Why?
This is a little Tony Danza fun fact for you.
Yeah, I know what it is, and I don't appreciate it.
How would we not mention the patron saint of Italian Americans during Italian American Heritage Month?
I told you guys in our group chat. I literally was sitting in Discord, in Allie's fucking Discord, minding my own business. It was like 2-3 o'clock in the fucking morning, not bothering nobody, man. One of our friends come in, shout out to Ziggy, who started listening to the show. And
hey, Ziggy.
Yeah, Ziggy. Randomly, out of nowhere, she was in the call for at least an hour and a half and was like, hey, did you know Tony Danza gave me a Tony Danza fun fact?
She knew you needed one.
Good work, Ziggy.
This has to stop.
That's good stuff. Did you know that Tony Danza's acting mentor was actually Judd Hirsch, was also on Taxi?
Oh, what'd you find? A new fucking link? You're throwing them out all silly now? Why are you doubling on? Why?
I found some stuff.
You're so great. Yeah, you reloaded, huh? You son of a bitch.
I did. I found another source, which is nice because I really was running out fast.
Son of a bitch.
Look, throwing out Tony Danza fun facts is a good time for everybody. But it's it gets a little sad when you get down towards the end and you think you're going to run out. But we're back in business.
Stop it. All right.
And that's it for this week.
We'll be right back with Cabin in the Woods. Motherfucker, you know this is a hard fucking episode for me as it is. You gotta do this. It's ridiculous. Jesus Christ, man.
Pretty soon I'm going to be able to turn my microphone off.
Spaghetti car banana.
So stupid. So fucking stupid. Oh, Miss Valor.
It's time. Square up.
We got to go through all the bullshit first, though.
Oh, yeah, we sure do. Yeah, it's weird that this is a Patreon pick.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah,
so
we were
weird.
just prepared to do this at some point. We had chosen to do this episode one other time, and it was right before Joss Whedon got into another controversy, and we all decided it was better for our mental health not to do it that particular week. So here we are cycling back around to it.
Yeah, getting back on this saddle. Thank God we did that.
And love to Drew Goddard, the other writer and director of Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
Great time to call him out.
Absolutely. All right. Patreon.com//radio. This is where our listeners, every month, our patrons get to pick a movie for us to watch and discuss. We have no say in it. They all nominate the movies and then they vote on them. Will, who we heard from earlier, Will the Thrill. There's the button.
Thrill me.
He put up Killer Clowns from Outer Space in 1988.
Great choice.
He's all about that, isn't he?
I love Killer Clowns too. I'm with him. And he put in parentheses for the Portnoy. I guess he wants to see where we all stand once and for all on it.
Oh.
Power move.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get to that one at some point.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Laid to Rest from EyeRChris, 2009 film.
Nice.
That's a good pick. I haven't seen that in a long time. I remembered liking it, but like I don't think I've seen it since it was new.
Same.
Yeah, so that's a really good pick. Like an interesting one, just from the standpoint of I haven't watched it in a long time.
Nesto put up Highway to Hell.
Okay.
I don't even know what that is.
I haven't seen it. But I did reply to Nesto with an angry face. And it had nothing to do with the film. It was just because that fucking tree movie is still hanging over my damn head. So, did not win though, Nesto. Tasha, the potato thief. I gotta find like a potato button, like something to do with potatoes. Funny Games, the 2007 American remake.
What a pain in the ass this one is. I knew we were in trouble when she signed up and Kat was like, oh, that's my friend. I was like, oh. God.
Well, we've come to find out she was my friend first.
That's true.
You keep saying that, but in my mind, she's always going to be Kat's friend because that's how it was introduced to me.
Why do you got to take things from me, man? Why
Doesn't
can't
matter.
I have nothing?
He has a tough time believing you have friends, I think.
Yeah, I mean, there's that.
Wow. Didn't think of that one. Holy shit. Thanks, Scott.
Well,
I'm
I mean,
kicking the
you
nuts
keep
there.
threatening to set them on fire, so.
One person, you said, try to set one person on fire, and they just, you can't get away from it.
You
Ridiculous.
organize a campaign to set one person on fire. We've all had moments, like we've all had slip-ups where we've tried to set a person on fire, but
absolutely,
it's not been as premeditated.
Well, speaking of setting people on fire,
Huge clown penis.
Allie put up Talk to Me 2023.
That's a
solid.
Yeah. I haven't seen Talk to Me yet. I've been trying to watch it, and I just haven't gotten back to it yet.
You need to watch it. It's good.
I know. I'm trying to get there. And Greg put up Twilight.
God damn it, Greg.
Why, Greg? Like, Greg, this could have fucked around and won, dude. Like, what are you doing?
This
man?
is for horror movies. This is a horror movie podcast. Notice how we haven't covered The Shape of Water because it, like Twilight, is a romance.
Hey.
It's true.
I'm just saying they have the same genre.
Yeah, Greg likes Twilight. Well, of course
I know he does. He really likes Twilight a lot.
Fucking weirdo. I never understand him. Like, as long as I live.
Wild card.
Last but not least, Leah. Cabin in the Woods.
Good pick, Leah.
Like, Leah called me out for giving her so much shit over Cabin in the Woods. So I don't know if this is like for that or she just really wanted me and Kat to finally go at it about it and I would have to deal with shit over it, or a combination of the two. But congratulations, Leah. You got what you wanted. Here we are today.
Leah was always complaining about how she never wins. Hasn't she won like 2 recently?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Buffy
Leah.
and this one. Damn it, Leah.
Once again, you're full of shit.
That's why we were apologizing to Leah, though, is because she never wins. And then the one time she did win, it was Buffy, which she nominated in part not expecting to win. So.
Yeah, I fully expected this one to win. I'm not going to lie.
She did pull a cool move like a month or two ago when she nominated Amityville Death Toilet.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I was shocked that one didn't win.
Me too.
Yeah.
Can we also, I don't want to call out someone who was kind enough to leave us a review by name, but can we talk about the review that we got?
Oh, yeah. I'm so glad
Buffy,
I forgot about that.
Because that's the best thing I've ever read.
Hold on. Yeah, I wish we would have started the fucking show with this one. Hold on.
I
I'm
forgot
looking
about
up.
it until Buffy came up, to be honest.
Me too. All right. Shout out to Shark Fizzle, whoever the fuck you are.
I don't know why we're shouting about. They clearly say in the review they're never listening again.
Well, good. I'm glad they don't listen. We don't want them to listen. Shark Fizzle. I forget how. Rob, did you find this?
Yeah, I don't even know why I was looking. Like, I never look at the fucking reviews for this show, ever.
Me either.
And I just, for some reason, like I was listening to a show or something where they were doing the thing about leave reviews or whatever. And I was like, I wonder if we've got any recent review because I never look. And so I just popped over and this one came up and I was like, oh shit, we did. And it's 1 star for what the fuck? 1 star. What?
Yeah.
And it's this dick face.
Yeah. Dick face. Very appropriate. I hold on. Where's my ding? I like dick face a lot for Shark Fizzle. Their
Although
review
I'm not
reads.
convinced it's not just Cat.
I
Me
wish
either.
I had come up with this. His name's amazing. The review's amazing.
Yeah. Shark Fizzle gave us a 1-star review on iTunes, and it's titled "Don't Listen."
Yeah.
And the review reads, first time listener and just listened to the Buffy episode. Not sure why they keep this in mind. Not sure why they made the episode. They seriously hate the movie. Definitely not going to check out any other episodes. If you find this show by searching for a movie you like, keep scrolling past them. They're really negative and you'll be super annoyed.
I really love the idea that someone's looking for new podcasts to listen to, just typing in the name of their favorite movies. And they're like, man, you know what I love? Buffy the Vampire Slayer film. I'm going to listen to Slasher Radio. That's just some shit luck. I feel bad for Shark Fizzle.
The whole thing here is, the logic is, I'm never listening to this show again. It's a terrible show. It's the worst show because they didn't like a movie that I liked. Well, go fuck yourself.
We don't want listeners like that. We don't want them. Period. Point blank.
It is really funny, though, because, like, usually we don't ever agree on stuff the way that we agreed on Buffy. Like, if you just listen to that one episode, you must think that we just harp on everything like that, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's funny, too, though, because, like, I get it if, like, it was a movie that a lot of people like. Like, I don't think Buffy's this universally loved film, is it?
It's got a cult following, but I don't think that I don't think it's universally loved.
I mean, it's a terrible movie. It shouldn't have any following, but
it wasn't rated well.
Yeah.
Well, and I was going to say that goes to what I was saying when we were talking about it on that episode. This movie has those fucking people in it, dude. It does. Like, they do have a cult following. They are fucking lunatics, and Shark Fizzle is one of them. I want to just go back to Shark Fizzle saying they don't know why we did the episode. Shark Fizzle, what the fuck did you listen to, bro? We literally said in the episode that it was a Patreon pick, explained what the Patreon pick is. This is why we repeat stuff for our regular listeners, by the way. People like Shark Fizzle. We had no choice. And guess what, Shark Fizzle? I do hope you chat. You love Cabin in the Woods and you can't wait to listen to us fucking say about it. Because I'm about to get real negative about this bitch too. Like, I mean, what do I want to say? I would never listen.
Unanimously negative about Cabin in the Woods.
No, we're not. But I don't understand why people, like, do you want us to be fake? Is that what you want? Like, I would never listen to people being fake about a movie.
Right.
I would never want that.
And we pointed out some good stuff about the movie, I'm sure. I mean, Paul Rubin's death is amazing.
That might have been it, but yeah.
But still, we pointed it out. It's not like, I mean, we do try to find positive stuff where there is positive stuff. And I'll tell you right now, if the basis of this is that I can't insult movies that the listeners like, I mean, I might as well just hang it up.
Right.
I insult movies you guys like.
And then insult us for liking them.
Yeah. Like, that's my brand.
If you're gonna sit there and cry because someone doesn't like a movie you fucking like, I don't know what to tell you, dude. Don't go onto it. Don't sign up for Twitter. Don't listen to any podcast because someone's gonna like something, not like something you like. That really annoyed me. And it's not even the 1-star review. It like I give a shit less. But the fact of like you did you fast forward to the movie and miss like everything in between and still judge us on like absolutely absurd.
I mean, that to me, that was the whole thing of like, this is the only episode I've ever listened to. They didn't like a movie that I like, so I'm never listening again. It's like, well, fuck you. I can't take you seriously anyway.
Yeah, fuck that.
I mean, it's a review show. That's what we do. There are going to be things that we watch and review that we don't like.
Yeah.
We're gonna be real, man. Like, if you want something fake, go listen to somebody else. We're not gonna be fake and do that just for you to listen. Sorry, bro.
I will say, like, a lot of shows that have not all of them, but a lot of shows that have 3 hosts, there is usually someone that defends the movie, which is usually something even we have. It's just
on chance, yeah.
Fucking movie.
Yeah, I mean, we never all 3 unanimously agree on something.
No.
I mean, it's very rare that it happens.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so glad you remembered that, Cat. Good on you. Good Lord. I forgot completely about that. It's so funny. Fucking shark fizzle, man. All right. Rob, do you want to go first?
I mean, I kind of feel like I should get my thoughts out of the way, and then I can just turn my mic off, and I'll come back at the end and give you guys a score. How's that?
Rob's making popcorn.
Yeah. I did not take a lot of notes for this movie. I figured they wouldn't be needed. My opinion's not going to be the one that's going to be interesting about this episode, I'm guessing. But yeah, I like this movie. I had a good time watching it today. I think that it's fun. I think it's a fun deconstruction of horror movies. There were, I will say, on the rewatch today, a couple of things that stood out to me that I didn't like, that I hadn't really noticed before. That tends to happen when I rewatch movies, apparently. But still, for the most part, I enjoyed my time watching this one again.
Okay. Kat, do you want me to make you mad, or do you want to get it out first? What do you want me to do?
Yeah, you can you can start making me mad if you want, I guess.
Okay.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah. This is, I think it was like the 2nd or 3rd episode ever on the show. Corner Pocket at the time, he wanted me to watch Cabin
Oh
in the
my
Woods.
God, I hadn't heard that name in forever.
What did you call him again?
I couldn't remember his name. I called him Crap Pants once.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, Corner Pocket wanted me. His idea, what movie should we do? Do Cabin in the Woods. You'll love it. I'm like, I haven't seen it. All right. And that was like one of the worst movies I've ever seen. And when I say that, I don't like Velocipaster. I don't mean those. I'm saying like movies, like real movies.
Hey, ain't no reason to throw Velocipaster under the bus here.
Movies with more than $20. All right. So like that's the scale I'm going on with. I hated that fucking movie, and it never changed. It never changed. And I'll have you both know tonight, even though Leah made us watch this damn movie, and our listeners as well, they're all wrong for this. But Cabin in the Woods won by a landslide. All right. Like it was, they made their decision on what they were doing. I celebrated my last fucking time I ever have to watch this goddamn movie. The last time I ever have to. I'm never going to watch it again. I have no reason to. I don't have to. So that's a good thing. It was just honestly all over the place. They were trying to do too much. And if you're going to make a horror movie about tropes, I love Leslie Vernon. You know, I'm down for it. But I feel like I'm allowed to say it should make sense. And I feel a lot of it, not all of it, maybe about half, maybe even a little less than half, a little less than half, just didn't make any sense with what they were trying to pull off in the little world that they created. And it stuck out a lot, and it kind of took me out of it. And I feel like there was quite a few spots where they were lazy, and I'm sure we're going to get into all that stuff eventually, but that's my general opening thoughts about this movie, and I'm very happy to celebrate that I never have to watch it again. Miss Valor, the floor is yours.
I'm not surprised that you didn't understand this movie. I think it's not a casual watch. It is a very detail-oriented movie, but it's got very cyclical storytelling. It comes back around. It picks up its plot threads. I love the universe that they've created. I love that it is a clever deconstruction of some of our favorite movie tropes. I love that it ties into different cultures, different time periods, everything in this one contained film. And I love that it does all of these things. It pokes fun at the genre while also being a really endearing love letter to the things that make horror movies great. It picks on some of the tropes while also really utilizing them to great effect. I love the cast. I am pre-controversy. I was a huge Joss Whedon fan. He has a way of doing these very, like, I want to call it like upbeat, cynical style. Like, someone described this, and this was in a scathing review of why they hated Joss Whedon, but I thought it was very accurate. It described what I like about Joss Whedon, that he has a way of like looking at some of the biggest, most poignant moments in the world and just saying, huh. And I think that's a very human reaction. It's something that resonates really well with me. I liked a lot of his shows. I really liked this movie. This came out at like the highest point for me in Joss Whedon's career. I really liked it. I also ended up, not when I went to see it, this was one that I went to see in theater, and for Joss Whedon mostly. And even though it was not true at the time, I've also ended up being a huge fan of Drew Goddard. He worked on my favorite sitcom, The Good Place, which is very much like if Cabin in the Woods was a comedy, I think. Like, it plays with a lot of the same philosophical themes. I think the writing was just really clever. It really worked for me. And yeah, I love the cast. I love Fran Kranz. I wish he would be in more horror movies. And this is Chris Hemsworth's best performance. That was a lot harder to say than I thought it was going to be. But I love this one. I love the Easter eggs more than anything in any movie I've ever seen. Like, it's so good. And we'll talk about that too. We'll talk about the Easter eggs, but this is just, it's such a nod to the Evil Dead across the board, and I love it.
I don't know, man. I understood the movie. I seen what they were doing.
You said it didn't make sense.
The way they did things didn't make sense. Like, one of the glaring things rewatching this, and it annoyed me the first few times as well, the gas that they were using. And I said a little less than half of some of the stuff, it didn't it didn't work. And the gas, like, the first time they did it was to get them to like party and have fun, and they put whatever the hell they said they pumped into the house. Understood. Got it. I like that. Then when they were, I don't remember these people's names. The Helmsworth and the girl that they were in the woods and they were about
Bert and Jules.
Okay. They were about to have Mr. Nasty time in the woods. And she was like not wanting to do it. So they released, I don't remember. They said endorphins, whatever the hell they said, to get him to want to have Mr. Nasty time. Understood. Got it. But then when the jock dude goes into the house after the deadite things come out of the ground and everything else, he's like, oh, we got to stick together. And obviously that's against the lab nerds' plans and all that, whatever. And then they pump more gas into the house. That's the third time you did it.
It's the third time you get it, but it's different every time. And the third time that you get it, it's in combination with the voice that only Marty can hear, which is the foreshadowing for the fact that it's the weed that's making him immune to the drugs.
But it's still, what the other times they did it, it made sense. They said, okay, we're going to release this to make him do this to do this. Okay, understood. But this, what did they give him? Mind-changing gas? Like, what did it was very, that is, like, that comes across as lazy to me. Because you did the same thing a third time. No, it
explains the voice, because that's the culmination of, we've been hearing the voice suggest things to them, going into the cellar, playing with the objects, like, we hear the voice come through. Marty's been the only one responding to it because he can hear it, but that's where we see that they're using the drugs in combination with suggestions. That's the thing that he's immune to.
I understand, but why do it a third time? And again, what is it that they, like, mind-changing gas? Like, all it did was make him think the opposite of what he just said.
It just makes him more susceptible to suggestion. Lots of drugs do that.
But no one suggested to split up. He just came up with it out of nowhere and changed his mind immediately.
That's because you're seeing that scene from his point of view. He can't hear the voice. That's why Marty responds to that and not him.
The voice didn't say to split up. It was just the gas came through the vent and he walked by it and turned around and said something isn't right.
You don't hear the voice in that scene, but that's the scene where you find out that they're using it in combination with the drugs. It's contextual.
Rob, did you pick up on that at all? I just figured they used the gas and it made him change his mind. Like it was
I
really
wasn't
weird.
expecting you guys to need me here. Yeah, no, I did not pick up on the voice thing. My takeaway from that was that, yes, it was just the gas, but I didn't think of it as mind-changing gas. They had talked about how they were pumping gas to get different reactions out of these people. I just accepted it for what it was. I didn't think that hard about it, I guess. Like, to me, it was just like, okay, the gas is doing it. That's fine with me. I don't have a problem with that.
It was lazy to me. It's like, really, dude? Like that? Come on. Like
I feel like the gas is the suit of this movie.
No, it's because it's not just the gas.
Do you want to hear the first note that I took about this movie?
Mm-hmm.
The credits were still going, and I like the first note that I took. Mikey is going to have one dumb thing that's been making him hate this movie all these years, and I'm not going to be able to get past it no matter how great of a film this is. And that's the thing, is it only takes one thing.
That's not the only thing, though. Another thing that was lazy to me was I don't know what to call him, the Rob Zombie's Michael Myers guy with the fucking trap on a leash. That was cool. When I seen that, I remember even the first time I was like, oh, that's dope. And okay, him. That was cool. And he just used it like, it was all he did over and over and over and over. And like, all right, I would have liked to see him do something else. The thing was cool. Sure. He did it like 5 times, more than that, maybe. I don't know. It got repetitive. It was a little lazy to me. And we went like a good 41 minutes into this movie, by the way, before that attack scene. And there was a good amount of time before the basement even opened. And even that's another thing. Before I even continue, the basement really annoyed me. Because maybe that's the one thing. I don't know. I got a bunch of things. That's almost a half hour in. And the basement, like they're playing with the wannabe Hellraiser box, which just looked like something that someone's grandmother has in their living room as a decoration. And it's just dolls. Yeah, like it wasn't even, they didn't do a good job of making it creepy to me. Like I waited a half hour to get something and it's that. And then I got to wait almost another 15 minutes to get the scene I was talking about with the trapper guy. And nothing really happened on screen. You got all this cool shit.
Insane. First of all, the 30 minutes thing is going to make me kill you. I think it takes 30 minutes to set up so much less in other movies. We have a full cast of characters. We know how they're acting in the situation under the drugs. We have the context clues for how they would act normally. We've established the connection in between. We've established there's a dissonance between those two personalities for 5 characters. We've established a secret society. We've introduced those characters, and we have a great sense of atmosphere. We know that they're locked in from the wall. I don't know what more you could have wanted in 30 minutes that wouldn't have felt incredibly rushed. So you're like, when they get down to the cellar 30 minutes in, but they make the most of those 30 minutes. It's incredible. And also, all of the props down in the basement, you can say that it's just creepy dolls, but there has to be a suspension of disbelief in between being creepy and plausibly being a storage until they choose one of the items to learn about it. And every one of those things in the basement ties to a thing that we later see in the stable.
As far as characters, sure, they accomplished a lot. But it felt like a bad attempt at a comedy a half hour through was my thing. The tones, what was horror before that basement door opened?
The tension, it's so ominous.
I didn't feel any tension before
we did get, in that time, the only harbinger in all of horror that can come close to rivaling Crazy Ralph.
Mordecai's so fucking good.
He's good, but he's not. He was funny. He was joking with them. He was like a meme. That's what I like. The tone of it wasn't horror at all until that point.
It bounces back and forth between horror and comedy. It's a little bit more comedy in the first 30 minutes because that's still while we're doing setup. That's before we hit the serious notes, but it's there. Mordecai, like, even when they're on the phone and they're doing the bit about him being on, like, the speakerphone, you can tell it's setting up the tone very well because you can tell that even though he's in on the organization, he 1,000% believes what he's saying. He's worried about the Ancients rising. He's calling to give them a full report more than they've asked for, and they can kind of make jokes about him being so serious, but you know that he believes it even though he knows the thing. And there are other things like that, like with the bird. One of my favorite shots in the movie is that bird hitting the wall, you know, and it's just like it's setting up these ominous things. Marty in the Rambler talking about how society needs to crumble. So good. It's laying these little groundwork pieces that we pick back up on after the reveal. Like I don't know how you could not think of this as a horror movie. Even in the first 30 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. No, I mean, obviously I'm not going to at all argue. It's a horror movie. I feel like they didn't oh god, and the wolf. Yeah.
I was so tense seeing that in the theater for the first time because you've seen movies like Evil Dead, you've seen like a bunch of haunting movies. Taxidermy's creepy anyway. She has her fucking tongue in the wolf's mouth, and there's that just like undertone where you constantly feel like something could happen. There's the situation with the two-way mirror in the rooms. Like it's unsettling.
The mirrors were creepy. The wolf I just thought was gross. I didn't
really?
I was
pretty sure the wolf was gonna get her tongue the first time I saw this.
See, I just got a husband's bulge watching that thing with the wolf.
No, it was gross. She was phenomenal, but like, you know, watching her lick a wolf's mouth was gross. I didn't. The mirror thing was. I didn't get yeah, it was creepy because like, you know, he's got this moment, she's getting undressed, like, you know, that's what that. But it didn't come across as horror to me. It was more like I don't know, like a moral thing.
What I noticed about the mirror thing that cracked me up, and I think is even creepier, is it's a little creepy that she's like starting to get undressed and stuff, but he does yell and he tells her and everything, and then they switch rooms, and he knows that she can see in there that she's gonna, you know, hang that thing, and he just starts getting naked immediately. I was like, give her a minute to get the picture hung back up and stuff, man. But he didn't care. He was trying to get his clothes off as fast as possible. That dude's a weirdo.
He wanted her to see him. Maybe he's got something really impressive down there, and he's like, this is going to help my chances.
Yeah, I mean, look, God bless, man, but, you know.
And I'll be honest, once he took his shirt off, it's like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, she was not mad at first either. I don't know, man. You mentioned the wall, too. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this movie, it's not one thing. It's a lot of things for me. And like the wall I thought that was so lazy. I did not like the wall at all. And I've heard people go on about Homeboy driving the crotch rocket thing and he goes into the wall like, oh, it was so cool. It's like, man, no. Like, you can't.
I love that.
Did you?
So
Seeing
good.
Thor get fucking smacked up against that wall was amazing. Fuck that guy.
And I love, it's such a turning point in the movie too, because we come back around, they foreshadow it, we have that moment, we know that they're trapped in there, and there's this constant feeling of like, no matter what we do, we're not going to get out, which is usually, you know, we see that in horror movies where it just feels like every escape attempt is sabotaged or going wrong or whatever. And to see that confirmed was such like a revolutionary, like, and it was cool. It was a cool looking scene, and watching Dana break down over it was phenomenal.
It didn't do it for me.
And when I say fuck that guy about the Thor guy, it doesn't. I actually don't dislike him. He's actually a really good actor, and I think a pretty funny dude. But he's just too handsome, so I like to see him smack into that wall.
Oh, he's a sexy son of a bitch, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though. When we see other movies, stuff happens as to why, like, I don't know. Jeepers Creepers. I've seen it recently, so it's even a decent example. He throws the second one specifically. He throws the I don't know, like flesh ninja star at the tire. There's a reason that happened, and flat tires and cars going dead. We make fun of them all the time, but like Leslie Vernon's a perfect example. They show you how it happened. They don't just put up a wall. They can't get out. It's like, man,
that's what this movie is doing, though. The wall is literally trapping them in there. They're in an arena. Like, this has been orchestrated, and we see the reason for it. It's because they have to do this. Like, it's a ritual sacrifice. They have to do it,
Yeah, but I mean, they could have done anything, man. They could have done anything to the roads or a wall.
A wall, yeah. It shows you the kind of technology that they're working with. It shows you the kind of foresight that they have about these kids getting out. And you can call it lazy if you want. You can be disappointed that it's a wall. This can be another Invisible Man suit if you want. But it's not lazy storytelling. Like, you can be mad at it as a device. I disagree with you. But you can't call it lazy because they foreshadow it. It's something that they come back around to. It's something that establishes the power of the facility. Like, it's good world building for the world that they have. And it's one of the things I love about this movie. They did a really good job with stuff like this.
Yeah, but they did. You can say that about that aspect of it, the power of the facility and everything. But one button unleashes everything, and they have no way to stop it or any protocol to stop it, and it's one button. Like, that's what I mean. Their balance is not there, and I'll give it this. It's hard to do it, and that's what I was saying earlier. They were trying to do a lot, and I don't know how you pull off, a facility like that and make any type of how. Like, how does one button unleash everything?
Joss Whedon did like this. They nailed it.
But if they have all that and all these monsters, every corner of horror in one building and one button to unleash them all into your lobby.
Yes.
Why? How? Like that's what I mean. This high-powered facility that's entangled with the gods and the demons and the devil and like whatever the hell they had going on with the universe. How do you not plan for that? Like it all came crashing down, and it looked cool. Like the elevator scene, I'm sure it'll come up again. That was what it was, and it looked cool. But the fact that happened is ridiculous to me. Like, these people hid under a desk from every creature in horror after hitting one button, and there was nothing they could do to stop it.
First of all, it's like picking on the Death Star. Second of all, there are so many reasons why a button like that would exist.
I can't think of one.
I can think of one really big one why it probably existed. It was probably for the exact protocol that they ended up with. It just got used against them first. Because if you have one person that escapes into the facility, I bet you any amount of money that the button protocol was invented to hunt down those two in the event of an emergency where they only have 8 minutes to save the world. You take that whole fucking facility down with everything you've got. It just happened that the people behind the safety glass, which lasted not very long, were the people that were like that needed to die for this to happen. Like, that's a burn the whole thing down button, and they did.
Yeah, but no one's watching the burn the whole thing down button. Like, it really threw me off. I was like, how are these two? Like, I'm not gonna unleash hell for two teenagers that I can't kill. Again, that's what we're talking about now was my issue. They could do all this, but they're taken down by a stoner and a horrible final girl too. Her performance was good. She didn't do anything really. They're saying, I'm rooting for her. She went through so much. She killed one deadite hanging from a rope.
she suffered.
Yeah, but she didn't do any. Like they were saying they're rooting for her. Like I didn't really root for her.
That this is one point. I like Dana as a character a lot.
Sure.
I have had this argument. I'm not going to give you the point here for a very specific reason, but I've had this argument before because a lot of people like really praise Dana as a final girl. I really don't see her as the final girl. I see her as kind of the straw man that the movie wants you to believe is the final girl, but really the final girl is Marty.
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
I believe that. Dana as a final girl is not super impressive.
No,
Marty
she's not.
is badass.
I beg to differ.
Oh boy.
I don't care what you do.
Marty is the worst.
No.
I hate Marty.
Marty
is so annoying throughout this entire movie. That is the biggest disappointment of Cabin in the Woods, is me not getting to see him just fucking mutilated by something. I hated that guy.
I have a crush on Fran Kranz.
I didn't like Marty either, but he was clutch at the end, Rob. You can't deny that. I mean, he was the final girl.
I could not stand that guy from the minute he got out of that fucking car with that stupid bong.
The bong turned into a thermos. And then he used it as a weapon.
Cat, I am smoking weed right now as we speak, and I don't care. Like, and everyone goes on about the bong. I don't care.
Yeah, he's so annoying. I do. He's the worst part of the movie for me.
What?
Yeah, the absolute worst. And I'm not super familiar with this actor that you apparently really like.
I really like.
I don't know if that's like I don't know if it's just a bad performance from him or if that's just the way he is and I don't like him. I don't know.
I will say this is a very unusual performance for him.
Okay.
It's my favorite of his performances, but it's not the kind of character that he usually plays.
Good. He should never do it again because he's fucking annoying as hell.
He could do it again if he wanted.
The
My mom
worst.
gets really mad at me because we'll go out to watch movies and there will be like a really attractive man in it, and I always end up having a crush on Fran Kranz. Chris Hemsworth, I think, was the first time it had ever happened. They have Chris Hemsworth in there, and then they had the guy that they bring in. He was in Grey's Anatomy, where he was like the most attractive man ever on that show, and then they bring him here to be like the attractive man in this movie. And I was like, he's fine, I guess. And it was the same thing because Fran Kranz was in the Dark Tower movie also,
Oh God,
with Idris Elba, and I was like. Look at
no
Frank
one should have been in that movie. That movie's awful.
Should have been in that.
Fucking terrible.
No, I think he did a great job. And
no, he did not. That maybe he did a great job, and that character's supposed to suck. I don't know, but I hated Marty with a burning passion. Every time he opened his mouth, it hurt my soul.
That character was not supposed to be terrible. He wasn't. I love because. Okay, he has a line in there really early in where he's like, society should crumble, we're all just too chicken shit to let it, which is the thing, because, like, as a horror fan, isn't there always kind of part of you that's afraid to see the killer get defeated because then, then the movie stops, then we're done. And it's like, I really like, because obviously the end of this movie, they don't succeed. They let the world end. And I like, from a storytelling perspective, that this movie was not too chicken shit to let the world end. And also that Marty stands his fucking guns. Like, he's willing to die for Dana. He's willing to go back for Dana. He's willing to protect her. He's willing to fight zombies. He's willing to dismember a zombie with a trowel. He's willing to give her a gun after he's told that he needs to die. But the one thing he's not willing to do is sacrifice himself to save the world. And I love that. I fuck it, because he stands his ground on it. He has a chance to end society, which we know from very early in the movie he wants to do, and he fucking does it. And I love it.
I would argue, though, there is a difference between letting society crumble and ending the entire world. Those aren't necessarily the same thing.
They're not necessarily the same thing, but he had a chance to do it, and he did.
I guess. I mean, he's a fucking idiot. I could not stand that character. It's the worst, the absolute worst.
I don't give him no points for that because I did the same thing. If I gotta fucking go, you're all going too, man. What the hell I gotta die for? Me? And all the people? No. Yeah, no, I don't give him points for that. I'll give him.
Well, they did a terrible sell job on him. When you're trying to sell somebody on that, you can't talk about how the whole world's going to die and talk about it in
You've
such
got
a
to
large
find like one person.
Yes, you have to find their family, right? Your mother's going to die, your father's going to die.
Right.
If you don't sacrifice yourself, your kid, if he probably didn't have kids, but your kid's going to die. You know what I mean? That's how you got to sell it, not the whole world, because everybody knows the world shit, and we all hate everybody, right?
FTW, yeah.
Yeah, but there are people that you care about that you could strike a chord with if you were trying to sell somebody on that idea, and that's what you got to do.
I do think she should have like suggested that he die to save Dana, because he had been protecting her. I think that would have been a lot more effective.
Yeah,
terrible. But it's not as dramatic, and I really like that scene too, because it's like you can die with them or you can die for them, and then he acts, I think, like anyone would in that situation where it's like terrible fucking pitch. No, like,
yeah, the ending didn't help win me over either. I mean, like, just I don't know, a Sigourney Weaver out of fucking nowhere for no goddamn reason. I was like, okay,
yeah. I don't mind the ending. Sigourney Weaver. Why you hate Sigourney Weaver? She's cool.
I do not hate Sigourney Weaver. It just was out of nowhere.
She was Ripley. She was Dana in Ghostbusters. What the fuck's your problem?
And it wasn't out of nowhere because we know that they've been receiving calls from a higher up, and then we get to meet the higher up. Like, that checks out.
But it didn't feel like a horror movie. It felt like the end of Mission Impossible or something. We're Rush Hour. Like I don't know. It felt weird. Like the whole ending was weird. And then like the werewolf thing comes out and it's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's just, it didn't, I wasn't happy till that point. So, like, what I think about the ending is going to be great. Just like that was, you always hope for something to happen. Like when I go into a movie, I don't want to hate a fucking movie. I mean, I knew I was going to tonight, but when I first watched it, I don't want to hate it, So it's like you're always holding out hope. It's like, damn, man, something's going to fucking happen. That's good. Come on, let's go. And then the ending is like, all right, it's the end. They did all this shit. Let's see it. And it's like a bunch of blood dripped in outlines and Sigourney Weaver standing there saying the world's going to end if you don't kill this stoner. It's like, what? And is like I said, and everything that happened afterwards, it was just like, all right, where are we going here? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we talked about that ending from Marty's perspective and how he was given a terrible pitch and everything. But what about from Dana's? I would have killed that motherfucker in a minute.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's going on, man? Between any of them, Sigourney Weaver couldn't have got the werewolf to kill. Like, it didn't work for me. Out of everything, and that they're going through this facility filled with all these monsters and like with immunity. Like they're just being ignored and walking through. Like, how does he not die? How does everyone not die? Like at least if it was the jock guy, maybe he could have fought off like, something, but not like a werewolf, but at least fight your way. Like they're just wandering through this facility with chaos going on and nothing.
There was a little bit of plot armor for them there, but they got to get to
a lot.
They got to get to the ending. I was okay with it. I mean, I didn't think anything happened that was so egregious in their journey that made me go, oh, they should have died there. You know what I mean? Like they got through somehow.
Walking through every horror creature ever?
Yeah, but none of them, they weren't like directly attacked by anything that I thought, oh, that definitely would have killed them.
They weren't attacked by anything.
And also from Dana's perspective, it's not like she has she has 8 minutes to think about this. She tries to kill Marty, which is like the gut reaction, right? Like, you get it. Kill this dude. You're going to die a really painful death along with everyone else in the world. You don't want that. She tries to kill him. She feels really bad because he's her friend. He's been like getting her through all of this. And after the attack, there's kind of this moment where it's like, I think there's a certain numbness that, again, it feels kind of believable to me because she's just watched how awful humans are to one another and everything that it takes to keep us going behind the scenes. And I think that's where she comes around to the idea that maybe we're not worth saving, which from her perspective, after everything we've seen, especially when we see that the point of the movie is to make her suffer, she hasn't she hasn't gone through the physical pain that everyone else has, but she's witnessed like just thing after thing and lost everybody this night, you know? Like I get it.
Yeah, but it would have taken me about 8 seconds, let alone 8 minutes, to decide I was killing that motherfucker.
You didn't like him.
Yeah, well, that's true. That might play into the decision.
Rob, she should have died on that dock too. I just remember that. That was another thing that pissed me off.
That made me laugh. Like with the fucking, what was the song that was playing? It was some fucking like REO Speedwagon song or some bullshit. And she's getting tossed around on the dock. That was funny as hell.
But
it's okay.
But why?
Do you know who REO Speedwagon is, Mikey?
No, I don't.
All right.
That's also, it's another thing that I love about this movie is because there are so many like stark contrasts in it, like the song and her getting thrown around. And then there's that really somber moment that the two orchestrators have where they're like, well, she certainly did. Tequila is my lady, because he gets like distracted. And it's like, I love that it's just their jobs, you know, this is like a workplace environment for them. And you can see the desensitization, which they address in the movie, you know, because the new guy comes in, you know, and the chemist is trying to console him, and she's like, you get used to it. And he's like, should you? And the answer is obviously no, you shouldn't. But when you see it every day for years, you do.
One thing I didn't pick up on, Kat, and I maybe they don't address it at all, but how often do they have to do this?
Once a year.
Okay. Maybe they did address it, but I didn't notice it or whatever.
Yeah, every country does this every year.
All right. So, and yes, it was Roll With the Changes by REO Speedwagon. I'm pretty sure was the song that was playing. Very funny.
I don't know, man. This thing, it didn't change. It didn't change at all. And honestly, a part of me was scared. A very small part of me was scared watching this movie. I've only seen it twice before tonight. And it was the first time I watched it whenever the hell that second or third episode of the show was. And I forget why the fuck I had to watch it. I think someone didn't see it. And I don't remember what it was, but I watched it one at a time. This is the third and last time I'm watching this movie tonight. And it's been a while though, is the thing. And I was like, man, I really hope I don't end up I knew I wasn't going to like it. But I was like, I really hope I don't end up liking more than I remember, because I've been going on for fucking years about this goddamn thing. So there was that little doubt in there, but honestly, man, it did more damage than anything. I was like, all right, no, I don't like this. Not for me.
You hate fun.
I don't hate fun.
This confirms it. And I love the Easter eggs in this are so good.
You said you wanted to go through the Easter eggs, Kat. Do you want to go through them?
I do want to go through the one Easter egg, and it's the one everyone always talks about, but I love the fucking monster board that they have.
Yeah, there's some good stuff on there.
Angry molesting tree is one of the best references I've ever seen in a movie, where they're like all placing bets, and
when you see it written out, it hits a little different, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah. And I love the commentary too. Like this isn't an Easter egg because it's a line in the movie, but they're talking about the like how zombies are different from the redneck zombie torture family.
Mm-hmm.
And they say that it's like the difference between seals and elephant seals. I thought that was just really funny.
Yeah.
I don't know, Mikey, what do you think of the performances in this movie, though? I mean, because I think there's really solid work going on from a lot of people in this movie.
Performances. I mean, yeah, nobody like the wolf kisser. I mean, she was great. You know, like the thing is, I don't know how to put it. The characters were what the characters were. They were meant to be typical horror. So, you know, like they were playing into that, which I don't like to sit and watch, but like, I know what they were doing, but the performances from the actors, they did fine.
But I think that's though is one of the more interesting things about the performances is as you see the sort of, the puppeteers or whatever are, injecting these mists and these different drugs and sort of things, you can actually see the changes happening in the characters. I think it's great acting work that's happening.
Yeah, they're fine.
I think the performances are terrific. And, Bradley Whitford, Richard Jenkins, both amazing actors. You can't give enough credit to them for everything.
The lab guys were the ones that threw me off the most, honestly.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's like, I don't know, man. It's like, you're taking me out of it entirely. I'm like, what the fuck? What is this?
No, those guys I thought they were great. I love
They were
watching
so
those.
funny.
Yeah. I mean, look, Richard Jenkins, star of the 2017 horror film The Shape of Water.
Yeah, wonderful.
And Bradley Whitford's just great. He's in a lot of stuff. He's always great. He can Get Out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm stuck in a weird thing of I don't know if because I don't like those characters. The lab cat. I didn't like the characters.
I liked them the most. I had the most fun with the stuff that was happening in the lab.
Yeah, I think I did too. It's hard because I like every part of this movie, but I do really like the stuff that's going on in the lab.
Yeah, to me, that's the most fun of this from all the way around. I just think that is, to me, that's the stuff I enjoy the most.
And I really like too how he gets so obsessed with the idea of seeing a merman.
Yeah.
There's this one line where they're having the party, they're talking, they think that they've, succeeded. They come up and they congratulate him, and he's like, yeah, I just think it would have been cooler with a merman, which it's such a fun director vibe, where they won't let you get away with something and you're like, man.
Well, when they're talking too, he's like, he had the conch in his hand.
I don't know, man. It wasn't for me. And that's the thing too. Like, obviously that's a giant part of the movie, so I don't like, it's not that I don't like the concept as much as I don't like the execution of it. And, obviously that's a giant part of it and I didn't like that. So, it's going to trickle.
And speaking of the departments, the other Easter egg that I really like that went under, because I feel like this is one you can watch it a bunch of times and catch a new Easter egg every time, which is no longer true. I've now seen this enough times that I think I'm pretty familiar with it. But it took a lot of watches for me to get there. I think the one that I noticed, the one it took me longest to pick up on, is he blames the chem department for America's only failure in the record in 98, which has been confirmed by the writers is a reference to The Faculty, which came out in 98 and was about drugs that kids use to save themselves from imposters of their teachers.
Yeah. Is that a good movie? I haven't seen that in a long time.
I also haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah.
I remember it being a lot of fun.
Yeah, I feel like I liked it when last time I saw it.
I remember really liking The Faculty.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think you had a little trouble with your suspension of disbelief with this movie for some reason, Mikey, and it's ruined the whole thing for you. And I feel bad.
I think that's the thing, because it is you have to have a high suspension of disbelief for this one. But I think once you get into this is what we're doing, I don't think they could have executed it better than they did.
I don't know.
Anyone could have.
My suspension of disbelief is open, but you have to, if I'm going to go to that level where you're at, you got to keep me there. You got to stay there too. Don't bounce around. And that's what it came across like to me. I get into a fucking leprechaun running around, man. I can deal with it, but he was a leprechaun through and through. So I didn't have to go in and out of it.
You say that, but there are a lot of movies where your suspension of disbelief is the problem. Invisible, we talk about the suit a lot, but also slacks. You hate fun and you didn't want to buy the slacks and you couldn't just get behind the haunted pants thing.
I can get behind a haunted thing. I love paranormal movies, but I don't.
You didn't like slacks.
I did not like slacks. I did not like slacks. But it again, keep me there, man. The invisible suit didn't work for me because I'm looking at every time I see it, I'm like, oh, well, all you have to do is this and it's useless. You have to keep me there. And it didn't do that. A fucking wall. God damn that wall. That might be the suit. If there was one thing, that might fucking be it.
I don't know.
That
See, the
stupid
wall
fucking
didn't
wall.
bother me at all, man. I thought it was fine.
It's like Star Wars. Like, what the hell? Very weird. I don't know. It'll just be back and forth until society crumbles, apparently.
We're gonna let it.
Yeah, fuck yeah, we are.
I would that and on that note, like as we're not done, but like as we're winding down a little bit, as we're calming down from the Cabin in the Woods debate, I do want to talk about the end from one other perspective. And that is this again with the retrospect, because now that I'm a fan of Drew Goddard, this surprises me a lot less. But not having always been a Drew Goddard fan, I really like the moral philosophy implications of the end of The Cabin in the Woods, because there's this thing that we see a lot in fiction that in moral philosophy is known as a supererogatory act, which is basically, it's like the martyr trope, right? Where it's like, you can do this thing and you'll be unquestionably a good person. You know, you can be Jesus, you can sacrifice yourself for the good of everybody else. And you're a hero, you're a martyr, you're revered forever, best person for life, kind of a thing. And we usually see that trope brought about in a way that the person takes it up on it. But like in moral philosophy, it's discussed as a thing that you don't have to do. Like, it can't reasonably be expected of anyone to do it. And I think this was the first time I had ever seen in media this covered where the person decides not to, which is very funny because like when you see it discussed in lectures and classes, it's the kind of the assumption is that the person won't do it, which is what makes the doing of it so extraordinary. But like in media, we always see the person take the opportunity to be a hero. And I really love the implication that Marty is as good of a person at the beginning of this movie as he is at the end, you know? It's interesting. It's fascinating on like an academic level.
I don't find Marty fascinating at all. Did not like that character one bit. Marty is my suit for this movie.
Interesting choice for a stoner. I'll say that he was different than any other stoner maybe I've ever seen, especially in a horror movie.
Marty also has one of my favorite. So I am biased because I like Fran Kran so much, but he had one of my favorite moments in this movie because he comes up with the whole puppeteers thing, you know, when he figures it out and he's like whispering to himself. And Dana's like, "Did you say puppeteers?" And he's like, "Pop-Tarts?" Like,
yeah, it was pretty funny.
He gets so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah, he was not. Jack Black, officially the worst stoner I've ever seen in a horror movie.
No,
by far.
No, if this movie had Jack Black in dreads instead of Marty, this would have been a perfect film.
No, he would have put his weed in the fucking pool, dude. What do you mean? He's a horrible stoner. The worst.
That's your suit for that movie.
Absolutely. Well, I had a lot of suits with that movie.
That movie's
Can you imagine watching Cabin in the Woods, but it's just Jack Black blocking people, you know?
Yeah.
You know, the whore is finally about to show us her breasts so the killing can begin. And Jack Black's like, "Hey guys, want to go outside?"
Yeah.
I've got some that I haven't.
Are you
dropped
gonna now?
yet.
Does Cat get bleeped for saying blocking?
Absolutely, yeah. Fuck, I didn't even. That went right by me. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
you gotta
Cat.
bleep
Yeah.
Cat. She
That's
said
what the word is called.
It's true, but now I gotta bleep you. How many times you said it? Like twice? God damn it, guys. And Cat's up to 12 bleeps for the year. You're up to 43, Rob.
I've got some catching up to do.
Yeah. And it's also worth mentioning Matthew Cote has one. Everybody remember that. Yeah, he was Jack Black. Oh man. Fucking this, at least Marty was like, oh, he's got a, what do they call it? A husband bulge or whatever.
husband bulge. Yeah, that was
yeah. And he walked out. Jack Black would have jumped on the couch and been like, "Hey, what's that?"
Yeah.
Like, no, man. Ugh. Disgusting. All right, are we ready to get into reviews and whatnot for this thing?
Yeah, we can get into reviews for this.
All right.
The Cabin in the Woods is certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes with a 92%.
God damn.
That's
There's
the critic
92
score.
people out there that are wrong. That's crazy, dude. 92%.
92 critics. It is not as well received with audiences, I do have to say. It's got a 74% audience score.
That's still so high. God damn.
And it gets as low as 7 in IMDb. Although it's not always the case. This used to be higher rated on IMDb, which is about to come up as we get into reviews. I pulled, as I always try to do, I pulled a 1-star review and a 10-star review.
Oh boy.
And I chose these two specifically. These are mostly 1 stars and 10 stars. Like, there are a lot of not a lot of people that feel middle of the road about Cabin in the Woods.
That makes sense.
I chose these two specifically, not because they're funniest on their own, but because I think they're really funny when read back to back. So let's start with the 1 star.
Yeah.
1 out of 10. If you are a diehard, over the age of 15, true horror fan, then you will hate this. Hate, all capital letters. How did this film get an 8? Which is in reference to the previous score. What a stupid film! ! Absolutely pointless. How do I know this film was so bad? Because a lot of the reviews are from people who admit they don't normally watch horror films or don't like horror films usually, but this was quite good. Ha! You think this could be labeled as horror? I just didn't like this film whatsoever, all capital letters, ! Stupid synopsis, stupid idea, stupid, and not to mention stupid. I'm angry with myself for watching this with a face.
Wow.
Only good point. Sigourney, massive bad point. Death to Sigourney. Do not waste your time, people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Written by Shark Fizzle.
What was his name, Cat?
Written by UK Claire _475 on IMDb.
All right. Well, I agree with every single stupid that UK Claire _whatever said, but I will admit that they're wrong for saying it's not a horror movie. I understand. I agree with them on the level of, their moments were hard one way or another, and to me, and okay, I feel that way, but to say it's not a horror movie is wrong, flat out.
Yeah, they did not think it was a horror movie. They wanted Sigourney Weaver to die, and they do not think that horror fans could like this. So,
well, they get a candy bar, big old candy bar,
big old Mounds bar. Like, let's go back to that. I think
a king size almond joy.
I don't like that because I agree with them overall, but I mean that is a very dumb statement to say it's not horror.
But I do want you to keep in mind, like, those specific criticisms. Not a horror movie, not for horror fans, right?
No.
Heading into our 10-star review, 10 out of 10, 1 for the horror fans.
Yeah.
It has literally been years since the horror genre had something nice to offer, with crap security camera footage films dominating the landscape. Parentheses, crap like Paranormal Activity, just in case you didn't get it. After the demise of the once mighty torture porn, parentheses, Saw, and the rest.
I like this person a lot.
Yeah. This was Rob, Cat. This Radio Rob 123 did this one, wasn't it? Son of a bitch.
I do want to point out that he calls it the once mighty torture porn. So I'm choosing to believe that Saw gets a pass and the rest do not. Just when the horror fans like me began to lose all hope, along comes The Cabin in the Woods, which plays as both a tribute and subtle parody of the horror genre. The basic plot is a copy-pasta version of Evil Dead. Some teens go to a cabin in the woods to party and then cue the ancient unspeakable horror. If you think that's bland, remember that the trailers made it obvious there was something more to the bare bones plot, and by God, there is a lot more than just a bunch of teens getting high and drunk in some rundown shack. If you haven't seen the trailers, First, prior to the film, let's just say you're in for a lot of twists and turns. To say more about it could end up spoiling more than one detail, so I'll just say that the plot is smarter than you could imagine. While it does pay tribute and homage to an old, tired, and tested genre, the movie does not fail to be both funny and horrifying. It does more than just play the genre convention straight. The script is dotted with moments of random dark humor that work in the story's context. The dialogue points out some of the flaws and stereotypes of the genre, but it never does it as an in-your-face way, say, similar to Scream.
It never does it in an in-your-face way. Okay.
Similar to Scream. It's really subtle, so if you know the conventions, you'll know the jokes. The characters may act their stereotypical ways, but for this one, it is actually justified. Every bit of the genre that made it more of a joke as the decades went by is given justification, and it works. The horror is old school, kill shots, decapitations, nightmarish creatures, etc. None of that kill shot cutting seen a lot in PG-13 garbage or shaky camera crap that we have seen way too many times. This is a horror movie, so people die on screen, not off screen, like today's movies, which don't even show a drop of blood. Visually, it is not the most impressionable on-screen kills ever, but in a time when almost everything is being marketed to children, this is more than a refresher. The Cabin in the Woods is really one for true horror fans. It is for the people who have grown up with the likes of Freddy Krueger and have grown weary of today's quote-unquote horror. It's not only a fright fest, it's a lot smarter than one could expect how it works. If you're new to the genre or don't really like it, you'll not get it. Otherwise, if you like horror movies and love seeing passion on screen, you will like this one.
That's why you didn't like it, Mikey. You hate horror movies.
From the sex scene in the woods to the dude flying into the wall, the only thing we seen on screen was a hand stab. That's it. I don't know what the hell is it. After that, sure. Everything in the elevator on, yes. Got
Plus
it.
the decapitation also. And also the throat stab.
The decapitation was off screen. All they did was put the saw to her neck.
But we see the head.
We see that. Okay, but that's how many times you see a head rolling down steps? I'm not. Halloween Resurrection did that. You know, like it's not the decapitation. They didn't even
His
show
defense to Paranormal Activity and Scream getting roasted was
This guy is the fuck, man. It wasn't in your face like Scream. Yeah, Scream never put gas in someone's face to change their mind. I guess. I mean, yeah, in your face, literally. Okay.
My biggest
like that
problem
guy.
with the interview is him referring to kids going to a cabin in the woods and getting killed as being a tired old formula, because
that too.
I'll be honest with you, I would watch a movie about kids going to get a cabin in the woods and get murdered one by one right now. Like I have absolutely, that'll never get old to me.
That was something I didn't even talk about. The Cabin in the Woods is like one of my favorite tropes in horror. And I love that they just came out and said it in the title. They're just like, hey,
yeah,
we're doing this. But yeah, I'm never gonna get tired of that. Like it's the best thing.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I don't need anything more than that. But everything else he said about Paranormal Activity and shit, that's all true.
No, fuck him, man. That was a mighty time too, goddammit. All right, is that it for reviews, Kat?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, we got quite a bit of trivia for this one. Most of this stuff, though, is stuff that I already knew, so I'm assuming that everybody else already knew it too, but we'll go over it anyway, just in case.
Okay.
First of all, the budget was estimated at $30 million.
Jeez.
The worldwide gross was $70 million. The coffee mug / bong was actually a fully functioning mug and bong. It cost them $5,000 to make.
Nice. Worth it.
During the lake scene, the only person not to jump in the lake is Marty. He actually remains on the dock and he's fully clothed. And the reason for that is because Fran Kranz was apparently in better shape than all the other actors. They said it was, quote, ripped like muscular Jesus, and it would have ruined the character. That's also part of the reason why he always wears baggy clothes throughout the film.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, apparently that motherfucker was shredded. They were like, well, this doesn't work for Marty. Much of Drew Goddard's inspiration for the movie came from his upbringing in Los Alamos, New Mexico. It's a place that's filled with scientists and all their coworkers, and they go about their daily lives in seemingly routine, ordinary business, all while building nuclear weapons that could potentially destroy the entire world. Josh Whedon and Drew Goddard wrote the script in just 3 days. The failed rituals from other countries are references to various classic movies and monsters. The Kyoto ritual is a reference to Ringu. Buenos Aires is a reference to King Kong, and Stockholm is a reference to John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah, I felt bad for King Kong.
Dream Production, MGM, saw the dailies of a scene with Chris Hemsworth, and on the basis of his performance, they signed him for Red Dawn. 2 days later, Hemsworth was also chosen to play the lead in Thor. Both Red Dawn and The Cabin in the Woods would eventually be delayed for several years when MGM went bankrupt, and they were finally released a year after Thor. I don't remember. Do you guys remember the floating head monster?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not sure which monster that's referring to because there are a lot of fucking monsters. But the floating head monster was played by the movie's special effects makeup artist, David Leroy Anderson, who happens to be the husband of Heather Langenkamp.
Oh.
And Langenkamp herself was on the makeup effects crew for the film.
Wow.
Fran Kranz received extensive prop and behavior training in order to capture the stoner persona of Marty. He received a 2-hour joint rolling session and a separate bong lighting session from expert consultants.
I could have did that.
Can you imagine this ripped guy showing up and like all these people, all these stoners on set trying to teach him how to roll a joint?
I'd do it. Shit. Consult me, goddammit. That would have been good.
Just find a stoner guy who can act. Why do they have to go through all this for this one guy?
He's well, actually, because I was gonna say because he's amazing, which he is. But he was friends with, not friends with, but he was like one of the regular cast members of Joss Whedon Productions at the time.
Oh.
This was like Dollhouse era, which is actually what I know Fran Kranz from. He played Topher in Dollhouse.
All right. Drew Goddard said he was extremely uncomfortable directing Anna Hutchinson's nude scene. He says that his high level of discomfort from nudity comes from his Catholic upbringing. And he said that Hutchinson was purely professional and actually comforted him by suggesting that it wasn't a problem for her to take her top off.
I would have did that job too. He didn't want to do it. I'll roll the joints and film the naked chick. Yes, sign me. I'll do it for free.
The film's release date was postponed because the studio wanted to convert it to 3D, despite objections from Joss Whedon and Drew Goddard. The plans were eventually scrapped, and the film was only released in 2D.
Good.
Probably smart, yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis was considered for the role of the director.
Yeah. Goddamn.
The car that Marty is driving is the same car that director Drew Goddard drove all throughout high school.
It shows.
Yeah. Many of the scenes that take place in the control room were shot on location in an actual office building, and they had to wait and shoot those scenes at night when the location was vacant. Drew Goddard also wanted Bruce Campbell to play the director.
Oh, that would have been different.
They were shooting high, huh?
Yeah, his big thing was he wanted somebody who was notable in the horror genre to play that character. The website Complex chose Anna Hutchinson's scene as number 15 on the list of 15 best topless moments in mainstream horror movies in 2020.
Nice.
It was a nice moment. I'll give it that. Yeah, that was the best part of the movie.
The movie's opening was a deliberate attempt by filmmakers Drew Goddard and Joss Whedon to confuse the audience and make them think they'd walked into the wrong movie theater.
It was the fucking beginning of this movie. God damn, man.
I will say, I never thought I was in the wrong theater. I was confused.
Yeah.
But again, if you've seen enough Joss Whedon productions, you're kind of like, yeah, this makes sense. Why would you not start a horror movie this way, I guess?
And finally, immediately after an early preview screening with fan Q&A, the first question director Drew Goddard was asked was, will there be a sequel? To which he responded, have you seen the ending to my movie?
Thank God it ended like that. Jesus Christ.
Okay, I don't want a sequel. this is one where I would take a similarly run. I really want to see more of the Japanese children beating the ring.
That was so.
I want to see more American commentary getting mad at Japanese school children.
That was funny. That was really funny. Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It came from out of nowhere. It was so dumb. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but when they're yelling and cussing at those little kids for not dying, that's hilarious.
No.
All right,
Anything
should we
else?
get into Portnoy's here?
Yeah.
All right. I feel like Mikey's going to be the disruptor this week. So he's
Disruptor. Yeah.
Yeah. So he should go last. Kat, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind Kat going behind me because I want to know if she gives this above X, and that is I'll be real mad.
I'll say this: I want to go first or last.
I feel like Kat should go last. I can go first if you want to get it out of the way.
All right, it doesn't matter then.
All right.
We just usually try to save the disruptor until last, but that's fine.
Look, there's no secret here.
It's not going to be much of a secret.
Yeah. Honestly, okay, I'm in a weird spot.
Because you don't want me to hit you.
No, I know you're going to hit me. I've accepted that. My thing
Cattle
is,
prod time.
I did not enjoy this movie more this time around. In fact, I enjoyed it less. But there were certain things I was able to appreciate more. And it made me feel giving it as low of a score as I would have gone before watching it wouldn't be I can't bring myself to do it. I'm gonna lay at like God damn it. This is so much higher than I want to fucking give it. I'm gonna give it a 2.9. And that is honestly the best I can fucking do. Honestly. My hatred for this movie, I know we have shticks on the show. I really don't like this fucking movie. But, they had gore. I wish they would have, in the simpler moments of it, I wish they would have given us a little more. They had blood. They did what they did with the Deadites. I wasn't in love with that. But it was, it was good. But I wanted to see more of the practical, all the monsters were great. But I wanted more practical where they could have in the beginning of it. But the attempts were there, and it what they showed us, as far as the effects looked good. The practical effects look great, actually. I just wish there was more of it. That I'll never like this movie. It's just never meant to fucking happen.
Mikey, your scores also put me in a weird spot because it's somehow both a lot lower than I had hoped you would go and a lot higher than I thought you were going to give it. I don't know if I'm more or less mad.
In my mind, Kat was already getting her shoes on to drive over to Mr. Cat's boyfriend's guy's house and be like,
to pick up my cattle prod.
Get up, put your Crocs on. We're driving to Long Island.
Yeah, honestly, it would have been lower before today.
I appreciate you trying to be more fair to it.
I did the best I could.
I listen, I'm not happy with the score. I still might hit you, but I do appreciate it.
I got to live with myself both ways on this one.
Yeah.
So that's the fairest way I could fucking do it.
All right. Is that me?
Yep.
That's you.
All right. The Cabin in the Woods. The first time I saw this movie, I did not like it because it was not what I was expecting to get. Which is something that is a me problem more than a problem with the movie. It's something that I do a lot, and that's a story you'll hear me tell a lot. I think I've said it about all three of David Gordon Green's Halloween movies coming out of the theater. Like, what the hell was that? That was terrible. And then upon rewatch, I've settled my expectations a little bit, and I've really enjoyed those movies. With The Cabin in the Woods, I thought I was getting a story of kids who go to a cabin in the woods and get slaughtered. And I am, but there's also a lot more going on that I wasn't anticipating, and it wasn't what I was expecting. Upon rewatches over the years, though, I've come to really enjoy the movie once I knew what it was, obviously. I think it's very funny. I think that it does a really great job of deconstructing all the tropes of horror movies. I do wish I liked Marty more, though. That character really, really drove me crazy. Particularly on this rewatch. It's never really bothered me before, but there was something about watching it today where I wanted to reach into my screen and strangle that guy. He was just driving me nuts. It's a good thing I didn't try, because apparently he's cut like a motherfucker and would have killed me, but I just found him to be super annoying. But really, that's my only complaint with the movie. I think the performances are fantastic throughout. It's just a lot of fun. I give The Cabin in the Woods an 8.6.
Jesus Christ, Rob.
It's a good movie, man.
It's a good movie.
God damn. Christ almighty. All right. Kat, what'd you do?
All right. So for a long time, The Cabin in the Woods was my favorite movie. Like, not my favorite horror movie, not my favorite horror comedy. It was my favorite movie of all time for 10 years. X came out, and I have had a lot of like back and forth with X being my favorite horror movie. I talked a little bit in the beginning about how I feel like it might be whichever one I've seen most, because while I was going through that, do I like X more than The Cabin in the Woods, I was watching X a lot. It was still in theaters. It just recently came back for another like special showing of it in theaters. I got the Blu-ray. I've been listening to the soundtrack at work. Like, I've been very X focused. I announced X as my top horror movie of all time, like just our last episode where we did the bracket. But rewatching Cabin in the Woods for the first time since I've seen X, made me really just love Cabin in the Woods more. I don't know if it pulled ahead. They're two of my all-time favorite movies. This watch made me really remember why this was for a full decade my favorite movie of all time. And I love Marty, so I don't have like that one complaint that Rob had. I love the attention to detail. I love cyclical storytelling, which we see over and over and over again here. I love the Easter eggs. I love the performances and the story and the concept. And when I look at horror comedies, this is pretty much the thing that I measure them against. When I look at so many different subgenres of horror, I look to the little like nods that they got in Cabin in the Woods. This is my perfect 10 out of 10. So
get the fuck out of here.
There we are.
She gave another movie a fucking 10, Rob.
How many 10 out of 10 you going to give, Kat?
2. The Cabin in the Woods and Jack Frost.
Holy God almighty. She fucking did it. I'll be damned. And
honestly, if we had recorded this episode before the top 100, I might have changed my order for those top 2.
Watch X again, quick. When we're done with this, put X on.
Honestly, I might watch them back to back at some point during spooky season to see if that helps bring some clarity to this. The issue is that I did have a criticism about X, that knocked a couple points off. But they should be closer, I think.
What'd you give it, Mikey?
A 2.9.
You got to be shitting me.
Why?
Rob, raise it just a little higher. Quick.
It's a 7.2. You tanked this, you motherfucker.
You knew he was going to.
What did you think was going to happen here, Rob?
She gave it a 10. She gave it a perfect 10. And you tanked. Unbelievable, Mikey. I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy with yourself.
Are you new here?
You know, the thing that kills me about this is because when we came up with the Portnoy system, when we decided on Slasher Radio, I called this the day that we came up with Portnoy, and we had not decided if approved was above a 7 or above a 7.5. And my exact words, the only argument that I had for it being a 7 instead of a 7.5 was that Cabin in the Woods was never going to pass if we made it 7.5. And here we are. I was right. I called the fucking math.
Well, Leprechaun wanted to pass either. If one of us
but it's fucking
something,
Leprechaun.
Yeah, this is the Cabin in the Woods.
But it's something I love. That's what I'm saying. Like, if one of us really doesn't like something, it shouldn't be approved.
If I gave it a 10 out of 10, it would be approved. So
it would take 2 10s to get, like, when does that scenario come up? Terrifier 2 will never be approved on this show.
But that's Terrifier 2.
Terrifier 2 has a better chance of getting approved.
There's
I
no
think the
way.
Cabin in the Woods does.
No, it doesn't.
Because I don't trust you. Because Rob, even his lower scores, I don't know. Next week we're doing Terrifier 2. I've got to see how the math plays out.
I can guarantee. I don't know. I'm pretty sure.
You're a fucking wild card. You might give it like a 9.5 just for no reason.
There's a reason I might give it a 9.5. I don't know. This is my top, like, what, 20 movies ever. But I can. It's true.
Your brain is broken. I swear to God.
But I can damn near guarantee I gave this movie more than what Rob will give Terrifier 2.
2.9 you gave it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right.
See? Like, yeah, it's the way it is, man. I gotta live with that. There's just a lot of shit. Resurrection on there. Oh, what the fuck did I give Resurrection? That's a question. I gave that an 8.5. It wasn't sniffing no damn approval. Rob, if you get that a 2.1, man, what's wrong with you?
You gave Resurrection an 8.5 and Cabin in the Woods at 2.9. What is your life?
Absolutely. We're damn near on the exact score opposite of this one, almost. There you have it. Fucking Cabin in the Woods. I hope you people are happy. I'm never watching this movie again.
And honestly, this might be back to be my favorite movie of all time. It's so
God
good.
damn it.
This episode has caused all sorts of disruption.
Yeah. We knew it was going to. We knew this was going to be the thing.
I'm glad it finally happened and it's over. Honestly, it's not hanging over my head anymore. It's done. It's over with. Thanks a lot, Leah, for fucking ripping that Band-Aid off. I can't believe you of all people did this to me. Allie, I could see it. Greg, I could see it. Chris, I could see it. You of all people, Leah. God damn, that one hurts.
What do you think we've been talking about those meetings all this time?
We don't have any meetings. I don't know. Maybe we might have one next week now because of this. Maybe. We'll see how it goes.
I won't be here next week, so I'm picking the movie for you guys to watch, right?
Absolutely not.
No, next week we're talking Blumhouse, and Ryan Turk from Blumhouse will be on the show. Fucking you picking a movie. Jeez.
I'll pick a movie, a good one for you guys both to watch.
Yeah, okay. It'll be Freddy's Dead. You won't have to watch it again. Rob, I'm sure you'll have your RE desk of crap for we're gonna probably do like top 10 or top 5 Blumhouse movies.
We'll see. Maybe I will. Maybe I'm a busy man. I can't just be firing off memos all the time.
Firing off. Okay. The only thing you ever fired off is after you ate watermelon. All right. Calm down. Patreon.com/radio if you want to be in on the wonderful group of people that make us watch movies that we hate a majority of the time. Definitely sign up. Tiers starting as low as $3 a month. Make sure you read the tiers. The fucking tier 2 is where you get the Patreon show. This week we did our power rankings. Rob did power ranking of the patrons, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
And I've come to find out that apparently, like, some people don't like being ranked.
Who?
Wild.
It don't bother you at all, huh?
Who, me?
Yeah, like ranking people. Like, yeah,
No,
it
it
don't
doesn't bother me
you.
ranking people. I'll do it all day.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, it's a great community, and it's everything that all these people in the that are members of Slasher Radio Patreon are everything that Shark Fizzle is not, and that's what I love about them the most. So head over there and check it out. A free trial as well.
Well, some of them are kind of like Shark Fizzle.
No, they're not. They're not.
Some
It's
of
like
them.
Shark Fizzle.
I mean, there are 3 or 4 names at the bottom of my Patreon rankings, kind of like Shark Fizzle.
Shark Fizzle's an idiot, though. We literally said like 3 or 4 times why we were doing that movie, and he's still in the review asked why we were doing the movie. Fucking idiot. Slasher Radio on Twitter as well. I'm at Mikey's Dead. You can also check out Cult FM, the other show that I do with Little Miss Huge Clown Penis.
Huge clown penis.
And yeah, that's wherever you're listening to Slasher Radio. We will not have a show. We did not have a show this week. That also is my bad. But we'll be back next week with something fun. So, Rob, what about you?
I am at Radio Rob 123 across all the social media stuff. You can listen to the other show that I do with Cat, at Nick fucking Woo Cagecast. It's Nick effing Woo Cagecast in your podcast player things, because they won't let you say the word fuck in there in the title of your show.
They're fucking
don't
sucking cowards.
Right?
Trying to catch up to Rob. Sorry.
No, it's okay. She used it in a sentence. Remember, that was the rule.
That's not the rule, man.
And don't forget, of course, it is October, which is Italian American Heritage Month. So make sure you make sure you say hello and to Mikey and show him your love of Italian American culture.
Oh, also on Cult of Fam, I forgot. I'm excited about this. I don't know why. We did it 31 days of Halloween.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's on our Twitter. Also, some dope ass movies on there. I feel we did a good job. Came up with.
You say dope ass or dumbass?
It's a mix of both. I've looked at the list.
The dumbass ones were Allie's, obviously. None of mine.
There was a mix of both.
Terrifier 2's on there, bro.
Question answered. I asked the question, you answered it. Thank you.
Son of a bitch. Cat, hold on. Wait a minute. No.
Mind the dick.
Cat, what about you?
You can find me on Twitter at cat_Valor, VOLEUR. You can find me on the other social medias just at Cat Valor. Check out my website, catvalor.com. And shout out to EyeRChris, who did buy my book, Revenge Arc.
Yeah, Chris yelling at me. We didn't have a show last week, and Chris is yelling at me for what I said. Jeez. We don't know what we're doing. Oh, yeah, we do know what we're doing. Blumhouse stuff next week, guys. Good night from Slasher Radio.
All the best of Slasher Radio podcast.